radio shock jocks. The biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Wake up. Wake up. Morning.
Wake up.
Morning.
Wake up. Wake up, Trish. Wake up, Trish.
Everyone up.
Wake up. Wake up.
Yep.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Right off the bat on Pal Talk, why is Jimmy disgusted? The camera on Jimmy, and Jimmy's not disgusted.
No, I'm actually feeling a bit under the weather.
Oh, no.
What
I know.
is going on?
Are we all under the weather?
A little bit. Well, no, technically we're a part of it.
Yes, we are. He's not disgusted.
No, maybe I have a disgusted. I'm reading the David Chase interview. Maybe I have a disgusted face. I didn't realize it.
Hey, man, I got the email overnight that explains the final episode of The Sopranos, okay?
Yeah, and then
I was privy.
Debunked.
I was the only one.
It's been debunked.
It has not been.
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 It's been
Who sent it?
I just wanted to keep doing that for 3 hours.
Oh, some dude from Columbus, Ohio. I don't know.
I know him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'll tease it. I'll explain the ending to The Sopranos in about 40 minutes or so.
Wow, you're going to explain the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Wrap it up in a nice little bow, like everyone wanted.
Perfect sense.
Perfect sense now, because yesterday it made no sense.
Well, now it makes sense, and I say David Chase is brilliant. See, now you're going to have to stick around for the email I got, and only I got.
Well, I have to stick around anyway.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm part of the show. Hey!
Oh, well, sorry, that was my brain.
Jeez. Sometimes filter it before that comes out.
Some of those things are supposed to stay in my head. Our phone number is 877-212-5762. That's 877-212-5762. I know, no reason really to call and just giving the number out, but maybe you want to call and say hi.
We welcome your calls.
Sure.
We're a very interactive radio show. You don't have to wait for some wacky topic that you can relate to. We don't care when you call. Call, we'll plunk a phone line down, go, hey, what's your beef?
And then I
like talking like it's the 30s.
Sounds good.
And then you get radio executives all over the country going, we're paying them for this?
What?
For this?
What?
They just go to the phones and just say hi to people. Is Sammy Hagar available to do a radio show? I don't know what to do. Rock Screen Tuesday, yes.
It's taken off, isn't it?
Well, Derek came up with something really funny.
Yeah.
And it might be too early to play.
Really?
Yeah, we're finding out. We're learning how to do this morning radio thing.
Are we?
And radio executives, they're learning?
Learning on-the-job training in the number one market? What the? Why? How the? What the? How the?
Who the?
What? A bunch of... But they're on the air in the number one market.
And they just sit there learning
They're learning. What?
They should have learned everything by now. They should have learned everything when they were in Worcester, Mass.
Everything.
They shouldn't still be learning in New York City.
You don't get your chops when you're in the... Stop.
Shut up.
Stop.
Shut up.
It.
Anyway, it might be too early for this. I'm dying. Can we get some AC?
Yeah.
Are you hot?
Well, I'm just sick, and I hate being sick on my birthday.
It's not your birthday.
Oh, Jimmy.
Is it really your birthday?
Yeah.
Is it today? No, it was just his birthday. Stop. No. Remember?
When?
A few months ago.
No, he said it was. He said it was his birthday on my birthday. The selfish bastard.
Yeah, but he's also. Oh, look, TV.
Why the hell are we on TV?
I don't know.
Today?
There's Opie taking his fake call, ripping me off because I'm taking my fake call behind it. That's good. CW11.
We revealed that to who? Billy Connolly, that we were taking fake phone calls?
Yeah.
As we were under pressure from the media.
Whenever we get on camera, we take fake phone calls. We just take our cell phones out and start talking into it. Blah, 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 blah.
I got a new one.
What's the new one? I might have to use it.
Next time they just follow us with cameras all day long.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be picking my nose the entire time.
And each one you should roll up and show the camera.
Flick it at the lens.
I'm going to just be picking, flicking, and rolling.
Until the entire lens is covered.
Picking, rolling, flicking.
Pick,
forgot eating.
Roll, flick.
No, if you flick, you can't eat.
Gotta do both.
You can lick.
Do both.
Picking, rolling, flicking, licking.
I like
I like it. All right, now it's not too early to play this. See, we were stalling there just to get people to wake up because, their alarms are set for 6 a.m.
Yeah, you don't want the alarm going off and having this play.
No.
Not at all.
This is pretty obnoxious. Derek came up with this. As a goof, we do, this thing called Rock Scream Tuesdays.
Which we don't really do.
No, but now it's taken on a life of its own for some reason.
Of course it has.
For some reason, it's completely taken on a life of its own. So Derek came up with this.
And Anthony.
I have this strange feeling we're going to hear a lot more of those.
That rocked. My God, did that rock?
Yeah, that was all right, man.
Wow.
Rock scrape. Jimmy, you're under the weather? You all right?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you got? AIDS?
I don't think so.
Little itty AIDS.
That always makes my feet itch.
Does it?
Yeah. Little known fact, when you have AIDS, your feet itch.
AIDS or the gout?
No, I just have a cold or a little flu.
Really?
Flu? Probably a cold.
A cold and a flu, that's a big difference, my friend.
See, I don't feel like completely incapacitated.
See, no one gets the flu in summertime, so it might be something else. I would get checked out.
But
boy.
I think it's just...
People get the flu when the weather's cold and stuff, and they say when you get the flu when it's over 80 degrees, could be something else.
I have a sore throat.
A little more...
Sore throat?
In the middle of summer?
I've had a rash on my hiney, too.
She's like a mandrill?
No, not...
Like a baboon?
No.
Do you have
got a rash on your hiney?
It was not... We couldn't see it. I just felt it was, itchy. It was like my cheeks and the back of my legs. Almost like because I had sat in a steam room, but I had a towel on.
God.
It might have been... It's like it's right where you'd sit on a seat.
Of course it is.
Or it could have been from a toilet, like a cleaner products that they put on a toilet. Like it might have just been... some type of cleaning products, like something, they use.
Where are you going?
I was at XM the other day. I stopped and used the bathroom on the way home, and I was in my own steam room. That's the only thing I can think of. I was outside my room. What am I talking about?
Can we see your rash?
No, you can't see it. It was just itching as I was trying to sleep.
Should have just used the boss's desk.
And in conjunction with that,
yes,
this is true. So as you know, I shave, and I switched to razors, and I've had, let's just say this.
Oh, no.
my groin, it felt
like you have chicken pox?
No, but
okay.
it feels like a tap dancing ant colony. It is itchy, itchy, and it's all like...
Why?
That's horrible.
You shave, hair comes back in, and it's like tickles.
I got it all figured out. You got to use a brand new razor, and you just got to sweep the area once.
What?
No itch and no chicken pox.
How do you do it once? Don't you have to go...
I'm not Italian, you freak.
No, I have to go...
I'm more wispy. I'm not Italian. You got all those problems.
It's not problems. It just, You're
wispy down there?
Not wispy.
Don't look like chemo head either. I'm talking, anytime you're shaving, it's kind of hard to just do one swipe and get all the hairs off.
See, that's all I got.
I'm not even looking. I wouldn't even look.
Above his underpants. The band of his underpants. Yeah, so I'm a mess, man.
You're itching in the front, the back, the legs.
I switched razors and I shaved, and it's coming back in, and it's driving me nuts.
Lady Bic, what are you using?
No, I should use those. Women
so you
use
don't
them.
hurt your vag.
No, it's just itching like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst.
Oh, poor boy.
Hey, we're getting a lot done with the first break here.
Yeah.
People are talking about Paris Hilton.
Are they, though?
Well, she called Barbara Walters. Now, if you go to jail for DUI,
yeah,
and we all know a lot of people that have been in jail for DUI, let's be honest here. I don't think you're allowed to just call Barbara Walters.
Well, this is what I heard. I love having the inside scuttlebutt. That's what Jimmy has, scuttlebutt.
Would you roll over and tap Barbara on the shoulder and say, give me the inside scoop?
Hey, Babs, I'll slip you a nither. I'll slip you a nither if you give me the inside scoopage.
Skinny?
Apparently the skinny.
Do you think someone actually sleeps with her?
No, not at all. She's like.
Well, I was watching, and I know this sounds bad, but I take a peek at The View every once in a while, especially with that controversy with Rosie. Now, I mean, I know she's off the show now, and I'm one of the people that have said goodbye. Don't need to watch this crap anymore.
Yeah.
But before Rosie left, they were having a sex discussion. And Barbara was, way in on the sex discussion. Like, the other ladies are kind of talking about sex and this.
Yeah.
And she's talking about it, Barbara Walters. I'm like, oh, my God.
There's a topless picture of her floating around from... Yeah, shouldn't have done that while you were drinking coffee.
Please say from at least 3 decades ago.
Yeah, it's real old.
All right.
It's real old. But
I bet you even way back then she looked awful.
Yeah, it was awful. She looked awful. It was not an attractive shot.
No.
But here's the inside skinny I'm getting on that. Apparently, Barbara Walters was on the phone with Paris Hilton's mother. At the same time, lo and behold, Paris Hilton calls and decides, hey, I think I want to talk to Barbara Walters. So it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. She was just calling home. And Barbara Walters happened to be calling her mom, and they decided, hey, you want to talk to Barbara Walters?
What a lie.
Does that sound like the biggest bull crap story?
What was Barbara calling her, to book a room somewhere?
Yeah, right.
Gee,
I need a room.
Your daughter's in jail. Come on, stop.
Yeah,
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, of course.
Drug deal.
So she got on the phone with her and started spouting how she's a changed woman. She realizes how much older she is now, and she's not going to be stupid, and blah, 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 blah.
She found God.
Did she?
God.
Usually it takes a while in prison.
Yeah.
Like years in prison before you pick up that Bible and go,
If you're in jail for less than a week for DUI, you're not going to find God.
You have to get a little scuttlebutt in the shower before you hit the old Bible in prison.
Yeah.
And then, you hit the Bible, you read through, you got plenty of time, and then you find God.
I think you got to be in for murder to find God.
Yeah, that too. Death row.
Not
God.
DUI.
Well, Paris actually had an incident in jail where there was a problem. Somebody disrespected her in the line, and she broke a balloon of gas over their head, and another prisoner behind them threw gas on the lady. And they settled it old school.
That sounds way too familiar, Jimmy.
That's a nice way to settle it.
I heard
they filled up her light bulb with gasoline, and then when she turned on the switch...
Well, here's Here's the latest on Paris, just to keep everyone up to date.
Oh, yes.
Just when you thought there couldn't be anything more to the Paris Hilton drama, there is. Barbara Walters had an exclusive telephone conversation with the celebutante, her first since being sent back to jail Friday to serve out the rest of her sentence for violating parole on reckless driving charges. Miguel Marquez has more.
It's the most riveting detail Paris Hilton shared with Barbara Walters during their exclusive conversation. Jail and the chaos over the past week has changed her life. I used to act dumb, said Hilton. That act is no longer cute. Now I would like to make a difference. God has given me this new chance. The jailed heiress confirmed to Walters just how terrible her initial 3 days in jail were. It might explain why she cried when she was handcuffed and transported back to jail from her Hollywood Hills home. I was not eating or sleeping, said Hilton. I was severely depressed and felt as if I was in a cage. It was a horrible experience.
You know why she wasn't eating or going to the bathroom? Did we talk about this on the show, or was this a private conversation I was having with somebody?
You probably just thought this.
Okay.
Don't you hate that? It's like, was that the show, or was that like a conversation I was having?
Well, because I don't know, it's interesting enough, but I'm like, why would I repeat myself if everyone heard this already from our radio show? But she didn't want the guards taking a cell phone picture of her and throwing it on the internet. And that's why she wasn't eating, because she figured if she ate, then she'd have to, go to the bathroom. And I guess the toilet is right there in the open, in front of a big window where the guards, are watching the prisoners.
Can I throw something in here that people might have forgotten?
What?
There's a sex tape of her. It's like, who cares if there's a picture of her eating or on the can? There's a whole tape of her in that creepy green light,
completely
with zombie eyes.
Sex tape
being a good girl
is very hot and sexy. Having a hot girl on a bowl
is hotter and sexier.
Exactly. Where are you going with this?
To some people, but
speak German, Paris.
To some people, but I don't know. I think there's a huge difference there in her world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want a picture on the toilet. That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing an ad for, what was that, candy or something?
Mm-hmm. An ad on a toilet?
With what's her name that goes out with Jim Carrey? Yeah, right?
Oh, well, she's the wacky one that just has no problem.
E-Rock, who's nice and tan today.
Picking her nose. What, did you go to the tanning booth?
Too.
Yeah,
why did you go to the tanning booth?
You went to a tanning booth?
Oh, my God.
Why don't you just go outside?
Oh, E-Rock.
Well, we were out over the weekend, and my girlfriend likes to tan, so I started going with her.
What, E-Rock? Couldn't hear you. You were drinking water.
Poor E-Rock.
So you went out, your girlfriend likes to be tan, so you went into a room and tanned. What?
Yeah. Started going with her.
Oh, God,
What do you wear in the tanning booth?
E-Rock's so in love he's going to get skin cancer. That's so cool.
Oh,
how cool is that?
And look at Sam comes in with the camera right away.
Dude, just because you're in love, you should stay away from those tanning booths.
Wait a minute. What do you have? They always give you like a heart or something that you put on so you can see how much progress you made. Yeah, what do you have that you can put on your skin that shows you the progress you've made?
I keep my underwear on.
Oh, let's see your tan line.
But don't you have big, underwear? It goes from, your belly button down to your kneecaps.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, no. He just did the Copper Tone ad. He did the Copper Tone ad with the girl with the doggy pulling down her little bikini bottoms.
With him, it's the Copper Tone ad.
Oh, E-Rock. What are you doing?
He looks good.
Yeah, what if she started getting Brazilian waxes? No. She'd start doing that, too.
No. So, all right, well, D-Rock's tanning in the middle of the summer. Shouldn't you hit a tanning booth in February, January? Now you could get the natural sun. Candies, thank you. All right. And finally, here's more on Paris Hilton in jail with Barbara Walters.
Walters and Hilton's chat was unexpected. Walters was on the phone with Paris's mother, Kathy, when Paris rang in from jail. Paris also wanted to talk to Walters, so the multi-millionaire 26-year-old called Walters at her New York home, collect.
What did you say to Paris?
She's being strong.
Being strong. That's how sister Nikki Hilton described Paris on Sunday. Nikki and Paris's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Stavros Niarchos, were the first two to visit the wayward socialite behind bars. Earlier, in a statement, Hilton directed her lawyers not to appeal her sentence and urged the media to focus on more important things, like Iraq. Hilton has about 14 days left to serve.
That's it.
14 days, and she's already found God.
And she wants them to talk about Iraq instead of her.
Yeah.
But see, her saying that is going to be in print.
Makes
so if you don't want anyone talking about you, then you wouldn't, like, just get on the phone with Barbara Walters.
And just fade away. Like, right. Don't be the go out every night, a whore kind of thing image that the press loves to jump on.
She never made that point before when they were photographing her doing good things or at the award shows.
Yeah.
She never said concentrate on Iraq.
Hey, concentrate on Iraq. No, nothing.
I hope she comes out and she has 2 teardrops tattooed on her face.
Yeah. Gang tat.
A couple of hits.
Big swastika over her breast. Like American History X.
Crew cut. She stomped on someone's teeth against a curb.
Just all tatted out. Tats everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, they never explained what her medical condition was.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she had so many hands in the back of her head that they had to remove a fur ball from her throat. The catch.
All right, well, this first break was a complete disaster.
I loved it.
No, it was fun.
I loved it.
My birthday, I'm sick. We talked about Paris. We talked about George Hamilton.
We played...
I think it really might...
George Hamilton. George Hamilton. Another ton joke.
Don't point at him, though. We got to point... You get to point and laugh on Fridays. Today, you just get to laugh at him.
I love how he wears those big boxers.
I think it might be your birthday.
No, it was just his birthday. I remember recently it being his birthday, and you said, this is your only day that you get to say it's your birthday because it's your birthday today.
Well, we usually celebrate his birthday.
Do you remember my birthday? It was about a week away from when we did the HBO Lucky Louie release DVD signings.
Most positive it's a week from today, but I'm not sure.
A week from today. Birthday week. I don't remember...
Yeah, your birthday's not that close to my birthday. And my birthday just passed. So
I kind of remember Jim's birthday just passing. Jim, your birthday's in January.
No! You're crazy.
I had a 12-to-1 shot.
I know that much. I think it's like June or maybe... No, it's not early July because it's 4th of July. I'm going to go with June 23rd. No. June...
My mommy's birthday.
June 12th.
That's today.
It is not.
It's not your birthday.
Your birthday's not even in June. I kind of remember him, like, saying that it was his birthday, and all of us were like, all right, today is your birthday, but...
No. I yelled and screamed because he said it was his birthday on my birthday.
No, I remember that, too. But I do remember his actual birthday. We let him have that day because it was actually his birthday.
Kenny, when is Jimmy's birthday?
You guys don't remember the guy? We had the guy on the bike taking me from here to XM on my birthday. That was a summer thing.
Oh, remember? Okay, his birthday, there was the rickshaw guy.
Yeah.
And don't lie.
July 19.
And I know it's true.
Wow, he sold you right out.
I know from your face.
Why?
I don't know.
Where does his loyalties lie like that?
You couldn't keep the bit going. We could have ran with this all morning.
I must speak the truth.
Wow.
Could have just gone to Internet Movie Database.
It would have had a different Jim Norton, though.
No, I've seen you. I've seen you on there.
All right, listen, we got to take a break.
Right.
I'm gonna explain the ending of The Sopranos in mere minutes.
Why don't you just let him spoil it?
Yeah, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny, after the break, I want you to explain the ending of The Sopranos.
Ooh.
All right?
My interpretation?
Yeah.
All right.
You better get writing. We'll go to you next. But let's not forget, it's Rock Scream Tuesday on the Opie and Anthony Show. Ice Cream Tuesday.
Opie and Anthony.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. If you're just tuning in, that music's a little loud, huh?
Yes.
If I was in bed right now and I heard that blasting out of my clock radio, I wouldn't be too happy.
That's all right.
I think we got to slowly rock.
What is it? Chris Daughtry.
Roger Daughtry.
Phone number 877-212-5762. Adam Ferrara stopping in today. We got a phone call from Carlos Mencia. We got Dennis Hoff.
Oh, Dennis, good.
Talking about our Father's Day giveaway.
Yeah, that's a good one.
One lucky father's going off to the Bunny Ranch in Nevada for a date.
For a date with a girl.
Yeah, we're going to take more of your horror stories. We're looking to take care of a couple dads this Father's Day. And Bear, definitely in the lead. He's the front runner.
Pathetic mess.
Married, 4 kids, hasn't had sex in 12 years. His wife openly admitted on our show that she doesn't give a crap.
Doesn't even really love him anymore.
Doesn't love him. She's too busy with the big house. All the cats that she collects.
15 cats.
And 4 kids.
4 kids. A job, and she's got no interest whatsoever in sex of any kind with her husband.
She pretty much admitted she's the problem. Because Bear wants to have sex, right?
Yep.
And I was thinking about Bear and Louise the other day, and I'm thinking, now let's say Bear decides to get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
He gets screwed.
Totally.
He totally gets screwed, even though
he's not getting part of the marriage contract.
Even though it's her problem.
She's reneged on the contract.
Yeah.
She's in breach.
Unbelievable. But we'll take more of your stories in a little while. But someone, and possibly their son, will be flown out to the Bunny Ranch in Nevada for a date.
You know what, though? She's on the air saying that she wouldn't have sex with him for 12 years. To me, that is grounds for divorce if he wanted it.
Oh, yeah, but he doesn't want it.
Right.
He goes, no, I got, my kids, and he's got his stuff.
It's grounds for divorce, but he still loses, a lot, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
The guys pretty much lose everything in these cases.
Yes, they do.
I'm starting to suspect my parents are swingers, and it's giving me the creeps.
Where? I just heard somebody say something, and it couldn't have come out of anyone's mouth.
We just saw your mom and dad at the HBO tape. She's just a little, sweet little
older lady. Yes.
You know something?
She looks like a librarian.
They were, they were young in the 60s and stuff. So they probably have that mindset, right?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
They went away with another couple somewhere.
Ew.
It just really gives me the creeps.
Where?
Some island. My dad gave me, left me a message, and I forget where they went, but it was like, ugh. It just bothered me.
Oh, with another couple.
Yeah, I don't know why it annoyed me. It just.
Is that the only reason you have to suspect this? Are you just
I don't know.
Or do they say things or?
How funny would that be?
I mean, they don't do anything obvious. They're not around. They don't see a UPS guy with strapping big arms, and I catch my father going, "Get his info." It's nothing like that.
So they went away with this other couple, and you're just
anything else. I just know that. And there's something about the tone of the message.
You don't want to tone of the message. What was the tone?
I don't know. I just didn't like it. It just bothered me.
No, what? But there's something in the message.
Oh, this is creeping me out, seeing Jimmy so creeped out.
I think your mom drops ecstasy and stuff.
No, I don't think she's just drugs.
Oh.
She probably has a little, what do older people drink? Something cream, like a Bailey's.
A Bailey's.
Maybe a Bailey's and coffee.
What did Judy used to drink back in the day?
Grandma Yay.
Yeah.
Grandma Yay.
Yeah.
So what do you think? They're hanging out on vacation, and then at one point they'll go, "Hey, we're gonna go into this room over here," and some guy takes your mom in there, and your dad takes some.
I hope they don't swap. I hope. Oh, I hope that they're. I hope that they're view only and not swappers. I hope my parents don't go.
Oh no! Oh God! Do you think that might be happening? The swap.
I think your dad's just a watcher.
He probably is.
He just sits in the corner nude and all sorts of horrific things are happening to your mom.
We just saw them at the HBO taping.
That's what makes this so hot.
My dad's a cuckold.
You think he just watches?
Your dad watches from the corner of the bedroom and just breaks down and cries.
Your deviant behavior has to come from somewhere. So perhaps It wouldn't, you know.
The obvious choice is Jimmy's dad, but I think it's the mom. I think she's into some freaky thing.
The log doesn't fall far from the...
I don't know. I just know that I got a message, and it was...
what was it?
I still have it, but I can't replay the whole thing. There's part of it. I'll see. I've only heard it one time. I'm saved. I'm like...
You can't replay the whole thing? I'd get your mom on the phone now, but she's sucking... No.
It was...
This hedonism is terrific.
We love this.
Yeah, they went to some island with another couple, and I don't know why. It was like... Ugh.
It all depends on the island, I guess. What island?
Bermuda or something like that. I don't know.
Bermuda's like...
Bermuda.
That's an old people's
Is that an
island.
old people's island?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why it bothered me. It shouldn't have.
What's about the message?
I have to go through it again. There's stuff in there I probably can't.
What happens with the message, though, that there's something in that message? What is it?
I don't know. It was just, he was saying, hello to everybody, and, it was a very nice message. I don't know why.
Oh, he was a little too happy, right?
Well, it was almost like...
A little too happy on Jimmy's voicemail.
It was... I don't know why it bugged me. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe because I've never heard them say anything. Like, occasionally, but I've been hanging out with more couples lately, I guess.
Oh, no.
Like, since they moved away, my dad, retired, they've been hanging out with more couples.
Maybe they're just, part of a nudist colony.
But they don't use their real names. My dad is Taffy Bag Jim.
Maybe they're just part of a nudist colony.
Well, that's good. Somebody's suggesting they're drinking Donald from Detroit. Harvey Wallbangers. I'll have a Harvey Wallbanger. They get me wild.
Speaking of wall banging.
I don't know. It's probably nothing, but it just hit me to say it.
I know.
I've heard the message.
No.
Yeah, come on, Jimmy.
I can't picture that.
We just saw your parents down there in Washington.
Yeah. They're not the swinging type.
I never thought so either, but lately they've been hanging with other couples, and going away with another couple is just creepy.
Going away is a little
too
odd.
happy, huh?
I don't know what it was about the tone. I'll listen to it again, and I'll give you an update. I don't know what the tone of the message was. I hadn't mentioned it. It happened 4 or 5 days ago.
You didn't hear any moans and groans in the background while your dad was on the phone with you. Is that Mom?
You ever hear your parents having sex?
No, but I did many, many years ago find a prophylactic in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
When I was young, I was probably 14, 15.
Sorry.
Guess they didn't want... No, you don't want to think your parents doing that. But
was your little brother in there?
There was a whole bunch of what could have been. And, I found that it was supposed to have gone away. And I guess the water didn't take it where it was supposed to.
Oh, wow.
Popped back up for a friendly hello.
Wow.
My God, it's lovely.
It really is creepy to think about your parents having sex.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
What about you, Aunt?
Yeah, I actually heard, which is even worse, was after dear old Dad went out to California, Mom would, have Sal over. This is before they got married, many years ago. And I'd hear, Sal giving it to my mom.
Are you serious?
Oh, it was awful.
Didn't
one time it was, because he was he was brand new guy coming to the house. We didn't know him or like him or anything at the time. I love Sal now.
He's been around forever.
Yeah, the guy's been around for years, since the 70s.
Wow.
So he's been around for quite a while. And but this is right when he first started coming by, and we're like, who is this guy? And then all of a sudden you're just hearing those awful sounds. The moaning, groaning, and stuff from the bedroom. My brother got so pissed off, he grabbed a baseball bat and banged on the door. He's like, knock it off! Knock it off!
Didn't they realize you guys were home?
Yeah, but they didn't care. What they care?
Oh, God.
They didn't care. Well, why would they care? They're just in lust.
Did you hear them saying anything?
No, I didn't hear any talking. It was just pure grunting and
pure
moaning.
Lust.
And you hear the guy grunt and then the woman grunt. And then you realize, ew, that's Mom. She's getting it on.
Were you trying to picture what position they were in?
No, I didn't picture anything. I would put the pillow over my head and
and start crying and go, make it go away.
Stop doing that to my mommy. No, I was a little too old for the crying thing at that point. But no, I would just cover up my ears and stuff. didn't matter at that point. Like, she would leave to go to work, and we'd drag girls in there and have sex with them. So that house was like a goddamn whorehouse.
How awful. Your mom's in the next room having sex, and you're laying there like Joker in Full Metal Jacket with your hands over your ears.
I was. I did not want to hear it. Oh, that was really rude. And then Joe went after Sal with a bat one day.
You went after him?
Why?
Yeah. Just he didn't like the whole thing about the hearing the moans and groans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Sal came to the door, and Joe was like, what do you want? And he goes, I'm here to see your mother. And Joe's like, yeah, well, you mother F. And he started, like, cursing him out and talking about things and yelling about hearing noises. What if you hear that? I don't want to hear that sound through the you two in the room right next to us. So that was,
Your brother was C-blocking your mom, man.
Good. Good.
How old was Joe?
Joe was probably 18 at the time.
Joe
maybe.
was like the father figure.
Oh, Joe was a
he was
ball
the older
buster
brother there.
back then. Yeah, he didn't want to hear it, and he'd let you know. I was just like, hi, glad you're enjoying my mom.
Can we
That was me. I didn't care.
Can we go throw the baseball around?
I need a father figure. Could we go out back and toss around the ball?
Can we do something normal instead of hang out at a bar?
I figure since you're banging my mom and I hear it, perhaps we could do some fatherly things. If I got to sit there with a pillow over my head and clenching it so hard to my ears that I can't even breathe, perhaps,
Perhaps we could go to the park and fly a kite.
Yeah, maybe we could do that. Fly a kite. That's good. Then I won't feel so bad when I hear you just banging my mom at night.
Schooling your mom.
Schooling her.
How ironic that many years later you still like your face in a pillow for sex.
Oh, it's just awful.
That's kind of weird, because Sal's been around. I even know that Sal's been around a long time.
Sal's been around.
You thought he was just a guy that was just trying to get some?
Probably 30 years.
Wow.
Maybe a little less, but yeah.
Does Joe like him now?
Long time. Oh, yeah. We love Sal. He's like our dad, The guy's fantastic.
Were you convinced he was just trying to get some, though, at the time?
Nah. Well, you know something? He was a little more sincere than some of the other gentlemen that stopped by. Let's just put it that way. I don't. Look, here's the situation.
Dude, it's not... I understand what you're going to say. You had a single mom that was very young.
Yeah, my mom got divorced.
I can't even imagine that.
She had to raise 3 kids by herself. So then when we reached the point where we were able to, take care of ourselves as well as we could, she went out to, live a life, have a little fun. She was a cocktail waitress at discos all over Long Island, She kept herself in good shape. So... there were always guys coming on to her and stuff.
She's still in good shape.
Hey, enough.
Wow.
Lovely.
Enough.
Absolutely.
I don't want to hear that. This is ancient history.
No, she's still in great shape.
Ancient history.
What?
All that stuff.
What stuff?
She's still in shape. The before Sal.
Wow, it's almost stuttering.
I don't think Sal likes hearing the before Sal days. Remember the story that got us in big trouble?
Yeah, he basically threatened our lives, and
Sal was a little
serious.
Well, that's because you know what it was. It wasn't so much us talking about this because it's part of life and everybody in general. But the listeners get a little carried away, and they started saying like bad things. And Sal, at that point, we were like he was new to this whole radio thing also, and didn't quite understand that listeners are a bunch of jackasses, and they'll say awful things. So then when I brought up a couple of instances where perhaps a gentleman caller came over the house to have a date out with my mommy, the listeners took it to the extreme.
And Sal called our show and threatened us.
And threatened to kill us if this line of programming and call taking.
And considering what he used to do for a living, we knew he was dead serious.
The guy was a legitimate union organizer.
What? He was a what?
He's a retired union organizer. Leave him alone.
So when a guy like that calls your radio show and threatens your life, you better take it serious. It wasn't like he was working at UPS or something.
Wait, he was a union organizer?
Yeah.
What was his name back then when he did that?
Right.
Now that he's in hiding.
Salvatore.
Sal the Nose. What was his nickname?
Sal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Baltimore Sal.
Oh, there you go. Baltimore Sal threatened our lives.
A great bunch of guys down there.
Threatened his stepson, basically, live on our show.
Because people got... Well, my mom was a big baseball fan. She liked the Mets.
But stop!
That's all I'm saying. What?
You could go.
What?
You lost me.
Well, she went out on a date with one of the Mets.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Doc Gooden?
No, it was... See,
that was the bit. That
was it.
I don't want phone call again.
How many phone calls we got about Mookie Wilson?
Yeah. They all looked up the old Mets lineup from the late 70s.
Everyone was
see, that's the
trying
bit.
to guess, and that was the bit, and everyone...
Shut up, Jimmy. The phone call is going to come any second now.
Darryl Strawberry. It was like everybody was bringing up names.
Was it Ed Kranepool?
No, it wasn't Ed Kranepool. It was
Leon Jones.
No, shut up.
Rusty Staub.
No.
Bob Apodaca.
No, he wasn't even a name.
If you heard the rumors about Rusty.
He was an... Oh, really? Yeah.
What rumors about Rusty?
Yeah, I did hear that rumor.
Wait, was it a rumor that Staub was shortened from trombone?
No, it was a relief pitcher.
All right, stop. I'm telling you to stop.
Well, no, as long as it doesn't go where it went last time.
Yeah,
this is fine. This is my mother's past. It's going back 30 years ago. 30 years! Find a relief pitcher from 30 years ago.
It's all right. I don't want the phone call.
That
was a scary phone call.
What?
You won't say his name?
I don't think it matters.
Why would it? It's just a date. It's not...
Yeah, I don't even know. He's doing. I'll tell you one thing that happened that was pretty funny.
Oh, God.
It was Ed Glynn. Just a relief pitcher.
Too bad it wasn't Fred Gwynn.
No, it wasn't Fred Gwynn. That would have been cool, though.
Your mom...
Mom's bringing home Herman Munster.
Your mom dated a Met hack.
Well...
He never really had a career. He was barely in baseball. Ugh.
Oh.
Ed Flynn's a well-liked player.
Ed Glynn. I just remember one evening before he was pitching the next day that perhaps they were doing something where Ed Glynn...
What are you getting into now?
I am not going any further with that.
Wow.
But it was, very popular around that time. And, and completely blew the game. And don't make any jokes about what I just said. Don't do any plays on words or Sal will call.
Wait, there's a couple of things you can do with a razor.
Well, not in the 70s. you weren't using it to shave with.
Yeah, wow, hey.
How great is that?
What? Oh, it was great. He'd come over and, I'd be like, hey, look, it's a Met.
Did you get to throw the ball around with him?
No.
He wasn't interested in your mom,
I caught a fleeting glimpse of this guy.
He wasn't
That's about it.
He wasn't interested in going all 9 innings.
That was about it.
He was a middle reliever.
My mommy, this is 30 years ago. She did a damn good job raising 3 kids. We all successful and out of trouble. And she did a fine job, and she wanted to live part of her life. And she did, and then she settled down, found Sal, settled down, find a nice gentleman. And, they've been happily married for years now.
What about the Met? Whatever happened? Did he, after
I don't know.
Did he go on and leave baseball? You should find out what happened to him.
I don't know. She hooked up with Mr. Met after that. But that didn't last because he couldn't come in through the door. This big baseball head.
All right, listen.
That's my mommy.
That's wonderful. Why don't we take a break before Sal calls? I'm a little paranoid. That phone call from Sal, I'll never forget.
No, because it didn't go where it went, why Sal got mad.
Yeah.
That's all.
If Sal's listening, Greg Hughes, the actor that plays Opie on the Opie and Anthony show, I had nothing to do with the last 20 minutes.
Sal knows I love my mommy and I love Sal.
All right.
They're both great people.
I could explain the ending of The Sopranos. I was privy to a fine email that went around to about 7 people across America.
7 people?
I was one too? You got it too?
Yes. Yeah,
oh, because I forwarded it to you, right?
Than? Did you forward it to Than also?
You got it too? Yeah. Oh.
Is it already on Snopes?
It explains the ending of The Sopranos, and now I'm thinking that David Chase might be brilliant.
Yesterday we're not saying that.
I'll read the email I got after the break.
Okay? All right.
And we got to talk about the death of Vince McMahon today.
Why isn't this in all the newspapers and on CNN, Fox News? It's only on the WWE website. Well, they got apparently. There's a limit. If you're just tuning in listening,
they got the scoop. That's all.
There was a tragic limo explosion at one of the events. What event was it?
Who cares?
Who cares? And a tragic limo explosion, and Vince McMahon is presumed dead in the explosion. But not a word about it in any of the papers or the news organizations, just on the WWE website.
Can I make the observation of the day?
Yes.
Vince McMahon is a cheap F. He goes all out to have this limo blow up.
Yeah.
So everyone is going to presume he's dead, and that'll be the next storyline with the WWE. And who knows how he comes back.
Boo!
The guy couldn't even,
He's a ghost, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. He can't even break character for the ghost line. Boo!
The guy blows up a very old limo.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
I think I went to my prom in that limo.
Right, it's like, come on, man. If you want us to believe that this could possibly be true, why don't you blow up a limo from this decade?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that limo at one point had Nazi flags flying from the fenders while it drove Hitler around.
You make enough money, why don't you commit to the storyline there?
Yeah.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony on this.
Ooh, you too.
Go check it out, the Opie and Anthony Show. Getting very excited. The O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days out?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. And then she blows up like Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that Vince McMahon video is ridiculous.
We were analyzing it the whole commercial break. We are idiots. We're idiots. We're doing exactly what they want us to do. We're analyzing the stupid Vince McMahon blowing up in the limousine video.
Yeah.
And Opie's come to the conclusion that it's a fake leg.
Well,
that is sticking out.
They didn't really blow up Vince McMahon.
Well, if you ask Sam, Sam's convinced. Every time he watches it, Sam goes, "Oh, this is so tragic. Oh, this is terrible." Like, Sam is completely convinced Vince is dead.
And now we're trying to figure out who would blow up Vince McMahon. I'm thinking Ivan Putski.
Ivan Putski?
I'm thinking the Polish Hammer.
That's a long-standing grudge, then.
I think there's a grudge that goes way back to the J. Strongbow era.
That is going back.
It was Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund?
Bruno Sammartino.
Look at that car explode.
Never got the respect he deserves and decided to blow up Vince McMahon.
So now is it going to be a who shot JR, who killed Mr. Burns kind of a storyline on WWE? Is that what we're led to believe? And Iraq, what did you do? Did you email somebody? What was the email?
I emailed the WWE to see if Vince could call in to talk about his death.
Vince McMahon's not going to call in to talk about his death if he's dead.
I think that was the joke.
Maybe you could have just laid under the car and caught some rays.
Yeah, you could have gotten a hell of a tan under that car.
Yeah, no kidding.
God, I hope he gets a horrible... I hope he falls asleep and the machine kicks on high and he's a scalded lobster-faced idiot. We can slap him.
Hey, call our old friend Taz. Yeah, because Taz going to be... I think he's going to be on that stage at Jones Beach this Saturday.
Taz could be a suspect.
Yeah, let's call up Taz and see if he knows what's going on with Vince McMahon's death. God, it's got us talking about wrestling for the first time in 3 years, so they did something right last night.
Well, now it's making... what newspaper is this from?
Yeah, what
responsible publication, periodical is this from?
Yeah, WWE.com got the scoop, but now it's spreading. What is this?
So Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, which is where most of the big news breaks.
Yeah, absolutely. Does it say AP? Ooh, it doesn't say AP.
I don't see any AP. I don't see any Reuters.
What do we got, Travis?
That's from WWE.com.
Oh. Well,
If Vince McMahon is dead, you would think the AP or Reuters would pick up on this.
Wow. Let me just give the headline here. A night originally designated Mr. McMahon Appreciation Night turned deadly when the WWE chairman's limousine burst into a fiery explosion just moments after Mr. McMahon stepped into it. Permanently uprooting the world of sports entertainment, the chairman has been presumed dead in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Why do they say Vince at all in this? It's all Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon, it's respect. Local authorities stated it was still too early to declare anything as fact, including exactly what caused the explosion, but described the blast as an apparent car bombing. They also revealed that as of 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, no body has been recovered from the incinerated wreckage. Interesting. No body recovered. Sam, I know you're really busted up about this. I hope he can even talk on mic.
Sam, I don't know, man.
Sam,
right?
How are you holding up?
Not well.
Not well. Every time he watches the explosion, it just takes another piece of him. The kids all busted up about this.
It was supposed to be Mr. McMahon Appreciation Night.
Yeah.
People were disrespecting him all night.
Right.
We don't know who it could have been. It was obviously some kind of bomb.
Obviously a bomb. So you're saying, yeah, it was a bomb. That's what
obviously
the authorities.
Cameraman knows what's going on because they got a wide shot.
They were focused on the car, on the limo, and then they pulled back for a wide shot for no reason whatsoever.
Well, because the cameraman knew what was going on and didn't tell Mr. McMahon for whatever reason.
So you would say question the cameraman immediately.
First thing.
And who are you suspecting? Hacksaw?
Could be Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was there, but I saw him there.
And what about the Polish Hammer? What do you think?
Ivan Putski?
Yeah.
He's a prime suspect of mine right now.
I think so, too. Yeah. Jimmy, who do you think?
I think it was a suicide.
It can't be a suicide.
Well, he was very broken up about losing the ECW world title, so it could have been a suicide. You're right, Jim.
This incident is the first of its kind since the assassination of political figure Orlando Letelier.
What?
In Washington, D.C. in 1976. Sources say that given the nature of the apparent car bombing, under law, federal authorities will be called in for more thorough investigation that would supersede local Pennsylvania authorities. Check back with WWE.com as we continue to follow developments in the most shocking incident in sports entertainment history.
Easily.
Wow. Vince McMahon dead?
I guess Vince McMahon decided to give us the ending that the Sopranos couldn't give us.
Yeah, that was
Thank you, Vince. Jesus.
Vince decided.
Who saw this coming?
Oh, is that perfect?
What a hack. Hey, our friend Taz is on the phone. Hey, Taz.
What's up, guys?
All right, what the hell's going on?
How you holding up today, Taz?
Well, I just woke up thanks to the call.
You haven't been in mourning? How could you sleep when Vince McMahon is presumed dead in a horrific limo explosion?
Well, I was nervous about it last night. I couldn't sleep because I was worried about who the hell's going to pay me.
Goddamn Taz.
But then once I found out that, Shane O'Mac and Stephanie, I guess, could take care of the funds, I was all right. I went to sleep. I slept like a rock.
You slept like a baby. Who cares? Yeah. You have no interest or care in finding out who did this and bringing them to justice?
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I mean, I was just like you guys. To tell you the God's honest truth, we had no idea, and that's the truth. We didn't know what was going to happen. It wasn't like, well, the old saying, well, it's in the script. No, it wasn't like that. This was something that came, honest to God, it came out of nowhere. So we don't know, I mean, they wanted to get everyone's reaction as far as surprise. The funniest thing was sitting in the live house in the arena after it happened. I mean, while it happened, I looked at the monitor. All the announcers, we were like, whoa, that was pretty wild. And you look at the live crowd, and it was like silent. Everybody was like, whoa, how'd they do that? Like, what else?
How'd they do that?
How did they do that? They were like, it was like a little bit of a hush. I mean,
how did they do that? They hired Chris Angel to help them out. How did they do that?
Would you like to respond to that, Sam? How did they do that? I mean,
we mean how did they get the bomb on the car?
Listen, we're in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, considered a source. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. If anyone could survive it, I'd say it'd be Vince.
Hey,
hope so.
We love our
hope so.
We love our fans in Wilkes-Barre, but let's be honest, they picked the perfect place to try to pull this off.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Are you saying that maybe they're not as sharp?
You know, if they did it in Philly, someone would die for this. Like, oh, this, yeah, okay.
But honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I mean, at the end of the show, I'm like, all right, where's Vince? I didn't see him. I walked to my car, and I'm thinking my car was only about maybe 70 yards from that explosion. I'm like, oh, jeez, man, now my car's going to be on fire here. I'm going to miss my wife.
Taz is so self-centered.
Yeah, well.
Taz, did the fans wonder why Vince was getting into a limo that was last used at the Tangiers Hotel?
I mean, come on. You might be able to trick the fans in Wilkes-Barre, but you're not tricking Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
That limo looked like it's from like 1985.
No, I know. Hey, I know you guys are sharp. I know that.
that limo
Actually,
stinks.
The fact of the matter is that was the only limo in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
There's only one limo.
Well, wow, somebody must have rigged it with explosives, but no body has been found. Now, that's a little odd, but that might give you a little hope there.
Wait, tell me what happened. Listen, it's smarten me up. So, what's on WWE.com? Because I didn't see any of that stuff. What did they say on there?
Well, they're saying that no body has been recovered from the incinerated wreckage, but they're assuming he's had to have been killed and probably just burnt to a crisp.
That's what it looked like. It was a huge explosion.
Yeah. Well,
yes, Sam. We know. We saw it, Sam. We understand. Sam's pretty busted up.
The video's pretty hacky because you see Vince McMahon go in and his leg is still dangling. Then the leg goes in, and then the leg comes out, which would be obviously now the fake leg.
George's leg from Otto and George pokes out the bottom of the door.
Right. You guys sound like you figured it out over here.
We could have, Taz. Maybe. We're skeptics. I might be going for the conspiracy theory here. There might be multiple assassins.
Yeah.
I just want to get paid. I mean, really, I don't want to be rude. I want to make sure I'm getting paid with my contract. I got to talk to my super agent.
Oh.
Then again, since the other thing went away, I don't even hear from him no more.
Think of the family, Taz. Think of the McMahon family and empire. There's going to be a power play now for the WWE with Vince gone. This throws a whole monkey wrench into the whole works.
I guess they're talking to the Brooklyn Brawler, seeing where he was last night.
The Brooklyn
It's funny you mentioned him because he wasn't there last night.
All right.
Yeah, Anthony missed something, by the way.
What?
Taz, you got the same agent as us, right?
Yeah, I do.
And he hasn't talked to you since Free FM went back to rock?
Yeah, that's pretty true, yeah.
Come on. We share Taz's agent?
No, he's got Super Agent Bob Eman.
Yeah.
I think he's dealing with the other guys who are probably still crying in San Francisco. So
you know what his closing move is? The sleeper voice. That's what Bob uses. He talks to you and lulls you to sleep with his boring conversation.
Tremendous.
Bob's got a tough gig. When it's going good, it's going great for him. And then, you get a lot of these guys out of work, and he just avoids phone calls.
Well, the guy just disappeared. I mean, just like gone. No email, text message, gone. Take care.
Bob, give Taz a call.
Done. See you later. All right.
I would never want to be an agent.
No. All right, Taz, well, thank you for your insight on this. Apparently, the breaking news from Taz, he was sleeping, didn't know, doesn't care, wants to get paid.
Right.
That's the headline.
But, Taz, you hang with us at Jones Beach Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll hang out with you guys. I'll help you out.
I think you're doing some signings and stuff, right?
Whoa. I didn't hear that.
Oh. Hey, slow down.
Call me signings. What are you
I heard you might be signing stuff in the One Village. I don't know.
We'll get a limo for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A white one.
Yeah, a white one, exactly. They haven't used white limos since 1979.
I know.
Since Leonard Skinner put out their last LP.
Tom Hanks came out the sunroof of that one in big.
Right. Vince, man. We got to talk to Vince. Come on.
Yeah, we'll get Vince on the phone.
I mean,
Come on.
What a great storyline, but, make it believable. Get a nice black limo from the 2005.
Something newer, yeah.
It's old school.
It is
old school.
Maybe,
we might like that.
You know what? Maybe, you guys remember, you don't remember this.
What?
Al, the guy, Tori Wilson's father who died on the show, Al Wilson. None of you guys remember that.
No.
One of your guys over there might remember that. We had a storyline
Here's Sam. Like, yeah, I know exactly what Taz is saying.
Oh.
Sorry, Sam. And we're not the experts on wrestling.
No, wait, I don't want to be either. It's my job. I got to be. You know?
Well, Sam, what's the story?
Sam, do you know it?
I think Tori Wilson's father, Al, ended up having an affair with one of the other divas. And I think had a heart attack on TV or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait a
wow,
minute.
You're good.
I almost remember that.
Yeah.
You really have no life. You're good.
No, I watch a lot of
No, yeah. So it's good now. Maybe they have I don't know. Maybe there's a match in hell or heaven with Al Wilson and Vince. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe by the time I get to Jones Beach, we'll come to the bottom of this.
Yeah, you can give us a little more info.
I'm sure you'll get some answers tonight. You got to watch. I'll do a little plug action here.
Yeah, sure.
Tonight.
All right, we'll watch tonight.
ECW tonight?
You got us interested again. Oh, so maybe ECW has something to do with this.
They could easily.
Could easily, Sam says. Could easily.
Man's a former ECW champion, and he's been distraught since losing the ECW title, guys. Let's wake up.
Gutshot Drew from Instant Feedback. I saw Coco Beware lurking in the shadows with his parrot.
Coco Beware.
Well, I'd like to say something. If there's no way you can see Coco in a shadow. Oh, no, you got to be kidding me.
Inappropriate bell.
Way to take the fun out of the room there, Taz.
That's why
That's why Bob ain't calling you.
That's right. He doesn't have time for people like you.
Oh, look, we're on TV again.
Why are we on Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Fake phone call.
There's Opie taking his fake phone call. Who's that? I don't know. All right.
What they got you on TV for?
I don't know. we're suspects in the Vince McMahon murder.
Yeah, might as well blame us for that, too. All right, Taz, we'll see you Saturday, Jones Beach, all right?
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Always a pleasure.
All right, Taz.
Take care, guys.
Well, Taz really does not care less. He could give a crap about Vince.
That's
he just wants to know where his paycheck is coming from.
But O&A Traveling Virus, Saturday, 4 days away. We can't wait. You got the tailgating, then you go into the O&A Village and check out all sorts of stuff, including a video confessional. We got a karaoke thing happening. We got that crazy clown that you get to dunk. You got the O&A Pest booth.
Are the $10 tickets still happening, or are they done? They are done. Okay.
Done. You missed your shot, stupid.
Then Pal Talk's going to be there in the O&A Village. Other sponsors are going to be doing their thing.
Yeah, Pal Talk's going to be backstage, too. Going to have exclusive backstage access.
I guess the headline today is if you're going to Jones Beach Saturday, get there early because, it's an all-day thing. And then you got 8 or 9 comedians. I keep saying 8 or 9 because I've lost track. Bob Kelly, Bob Saget, Frank Caliendo, Jim Norton, Louis C.K., Otto and George, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, Stephen Lynch. $70 for whatever. Okay, that's all the ticket prices.
Oh, speaking of
brought to you by Bud Light, always worth it.
Bud
You
Light.
can get all your tickets through Ticketmaster for Saturday's show at Jones Beach. Yes, Anthony.
Speaking of Pal Talk, Red Rum just got into the shower. We have shower cam up, and the shower cam is completely level with the area.
In
question.
That's a nice area.
I gotta be honest. Red Rum has a very nice body, but why did she destroy that whole area with all sorts of tattoos?
Some guys like the tats, some guys don't. I'm not big on the tats like that.
Are you a big fan of the tats?
No, I'm not.
I don't understand the women that have a really nice set of breasts.
Yeah.
And then they like F it up with a big huge tattoo on one of them. Jimmy, are you into the tats like that?
Not necessarily, but she looks good. Her hiney right now on camera is wonderful.
But her tramp stamp is too big.
She's like a wild chick.
Yeah, she's got a bunch of tats, so she likes...
And Red Rum, no disrespect. You're beautiful. I'm just not a fan of the big tats around the areas.
I'm not either, but she's just sexy, so like she's like... It works for her because she's like a dirty, just a dirty, sexy, naughty girl.
She's not. She's a mom now, Jimmy. You can't say that to her.
So what? She's naked on a camera showering.
Tell you one thing, she got her body right back into shape, huh?
Yeah. Look at that. She's shampooing her hair. Ooh, look how the soapy water runs down. She's spun around where we could see her back, and she's rinsing her hair, and the bubbles from the shampoo are cascading.
Hey,
She's an apple ass.
Is this interactive? Can she hear us right now?
I'm not sure.
I want her to go for the soap scoop.
What's the soap scoop?
You know the soap scoop.
Underneath? The undercarriage?
Get a nice soapy... and then she might be going for
you got to wash the
old soap scoop. No,
she's still on the hair product. Girls take so long in the shower, don't they?
My girlfriend's the worst. It'll be 7:30. We'll have to leave at 8. We both have to shower. It's like, hey, selfish. It's 7:52. Can I get in there?
Hey, selfish.
Because she's got to dry her hair. Would you hurry up? Take 10 minutes and I'll take 10 minutes. God almighty. What are you doing in there? Reliving the womb experience? Get out.
Well, that's lovely. That's on Pal Talk right now.
Live-in girlfriend, Jim.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
don't know how it's ever going to work out with you two. Well, and we love her.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, I get along with her well, considering she's looking for an apartment now because she wants to move. But we're not ready to live together. But she's there a lot. She's there a lot. But no, she wants to I want to help her get her own apartment. Like she still has one, but she wants to be closer.
Set her up like a gumar.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to find her a place in Manhattan. I want to find her a 2-bedroom in Midtown for under $800 a month. If anybody has any type of an insight into that.
Why a 2-bedroom?
Just so I can, in case I want to come over and not be bothered. Like, say I want to go in the other room and look at porn on the laptop. I go, stay in there. I'll be in the veranda room overlooking the Time Warner building.
Ooh. Soap is running down her belly button and then down the front it continues and goes into a little river.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a river, all right. Hey, Jared, Boston, what's up?
Hey, boys, you may have done this yesterday by now because of the Boston delay, but I was wondering if you could play the 3-time trampoline Iron Sheik going into break.
Could the Iron Sheik have been a suspect?
Yeah, I think so. Vince McMahon's always been a patriot.
Right,
the
of
Iron
course.
Sheik is on the other side of that fence.
Vince loves America.
All right.
Oh, wow, that was a good fracas.
Certainly was. Had volume, had R rolls.
A lot of R rolling.
Had pizzazz.
Hey, after the break, we got Adam Ferrara.
Hey, Adam's here, my pal.
Also, I'm going to finally explain the ending to The Sopranos.
Finally.
David Chase is brilliant. I was privy to an email that went out to about 7 people. Unfortunately, 3 of them are in this room.
I'm going to reserve judgment on his brilliance until after I hear your explanation.
And let's not get distracted. I want to read this next, okay? As we go to break, a little Iron Sheik. What do you think?
Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik playing Madison Square Garden. Is this a longer one? How long is this? A minute. For the newbies, Iron Sheik came on. He was a really god-awful interview. But
he was hysterical. The guy couldn't speak.
But the beauty of him is we wanted him to just say that he is Iron Sheik and he's listening to Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, you know the things you hear when celebrities say, hey, this is blah, 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 and you're listening to blah, blah, blah. We wanted the Iron Sheik to do one for our show, so we went into the studio to do it, and he couldn't get it right. He was going on and on and on, also just babbling.
Right.
Babbling.
And this is what we got out of him. Oh, by the way, this is like 20 minutes. This is just a short version.
Oh, yeah.
It went on and on and on forever, but here's the Iron Sheik. Just trying to say that he's the Iron Sheik, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
This is Iron Sheik, World Wrestling Federation, 3-time champion, All-American AAU champion. Pleasure for me today. Anthony and Opie bring me here to New York I say hello to all my wrestling fans, and everybody know I'm the real Middle Eastern, come to the greatest wrestling country and most famous city in the world, Manhattan, Madison Square Garden. I come 3 times champion. I want to say hello to all my wrestling fans, especially all American and also my Iranian friend. خدمت همه شنوندگان ایرانی عزیز سلام عرض میکنم. همه دنیا آرون شیخ خسرو وزیری رو میشناسن. Pleasure for me to I come back here again one more time to I talk to the Opie and Anthony, and pleasure for me always.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Good morning. Any sex scenes for himself. It's unbelievable.
God bless him.
With his sex faces.
I want to be on Rescue Me. I want to pitch a character called Jim the Firebug.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a really good actor, so I don't want to do any dialogue. I just want to light a fire and then smile wryly and then run off camera.
That'd be cool.
Jim the Firebug.
They push in on your face, that big smile.
Yeah.
With this music playing.
Rescue Me is one of the best shows on TV.
Yeah, it's really
It really is.
It's really
the
good.
fires, like we were talking about during the break, Adam.
There was a lot of fires this season, and just so believable.
Yeah. Usually when you see a fire on a TV show, it's like, you kind of see how controlled it is and stuff. But the fires in Rescue Me just look like they're completely out of control.
Yeah. We did one up in Harlem, and like in the middle of the night, we blew up this building, and the fire comes shooting out. And they're real fire trucks. This guy Nils drives the big fire truck, and I play chief in this other house, so I ride in a little car.
Yeah.
And it's a real fireman just tear ass around this in the giant truck, and I'm looking over, and Daniel Sinjada's driving the truck I'm in, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're an actor. Can you handle this? Because I just picture him driving over the side, and we follow the fires in, and the fires blow out, and it's a lot of fun. It's all real time.
I just can't wait for Rescue Me.
How much permits do you have to get to start a building fire in New York?
Yeah, right? Yeah, up there. It's amazing. They block off streets and everything. And
New York is weird. You can't do anything without a permit unless you're, like, filming a TV show or a movie. Then it's like, do whatever you want.
Then you could get the permits, but, like, if you want to do anything, like, if we wanted to do like some bits out on the street.
Yeah,
there have been plenty of times.
Some dumb thing.
And we hear like, no, you can't do that. They won't allow you to do that. Well, do we need a permit? Yeah, but you'd never get a permit to grant, the use of a bullhorn.
Yeah, but we just want to do a bullhorn bit in front of 20 people.
We're filming a movie. Look, we want to light 57th Street on fire for 10 blocks, and then fly a jet fighter right down the middle of it and crash it into the Queensboro Bridge.
Perfect. How's Tuesday?
And Dennis Leary will be having sex in the middle of the fire.
We got thrown out of Walt Whitman Mall trying to film stuff with a video camera about 25 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, we were at the forefront of that whole thing. We were at the forefront of YouTube, but there was no place to put it.
No YouTube.
We would go around just goofing on people in the mall.
That's what's so frustrating about Jackass. We all were doing Jackass, but we weren't smart enough to like actually distribute it to people.
Yeah. Then there was no outlet, there was no outlet aside from public access cable.
That's it. We read in the paper in like the parade section on Sunday.
On Newsday.
Public access.
Public access. So we're like, all right, what do we need?
Yeah.
A camera. Get your uncle's camera.
I got my uncle's camera, and I walked in like Gleason. All right, pal, we're making a TV.
That was pretty much it, yeah.
That's awesome.
Call Joe Buck, we need a sound guy.
And we videotaped a bunch of stuff. And for some reason, we weren't able to get it on public access cable.
Nah.
Who has all these videotapes?
I don't know where the hell they ended up.
You guys got to find
those. Unless DX threw them in the fireplace with everything else.
Yeah. With all our radio awards. And
my big radio awards. I had one that was shaped like an oldie time radio.
Right.
I must have clogged the flue up really nice with the plastic melting. That's healthy for a chimney. Along with my clothes. That went to Goodwill.
That's some twisted stuff, man, burning your stuff.
Yeah. Burning my awards.
Like important stuff, too.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
In a little while, I just saw a glimpse of this. We're trying to save the strippers in Ohio.
Yeah. Save what?
We're trying to save strippers in Ohio.
Are they endangered?
Yeah.
Have they swam up a river and the Coast Guard's trying to push them back into the ocean?
They need to get back into salt water.
They can't survive.
What's wrong with the strippers?
I don't know. We're going to find out in a few minutes, Jimmy. I don't know. I just saw something about an email. There's an organization they're trying to save strippers in Ohio, and they want our help.
Why? Are they too dumb? They don't know how to eat? They're just looking at food, and they keep trying to put it in their ears and their noses? Like, no, Cinnamon, stupid. Eat it.
The only reason
Cinnamon forgot to exhale.
We've been teasing this email I got. That's why we can't do the stripper thing right now, because the listeners are going to kill us.
They will.
And then we'll talk to Adam about Rescue Me and Season 4. Adam, you watched The Sopranos?
I did, yeah.
What did you think of the ending?
I thought he got me. I thought my cable went out. I was screaming.
Yeah, I was one of those guys.
Yeah. I knew the cable didn't go out. I just went, the first words out of my mouth right when it went black was, you gotta be...
Yeah. The whole thing was building. I mean, with the way the scene was going. I'm like, don't stop. I'm like, he's going to get no.
Here it comes,
he killed in front of his door. Believe in. And bang. And then all you hear was me cursing.
It's like, what the hell? You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? David Chase is brilliant, Adam.
Yeah.
We were yelling and screaming yesterday, but I'm privy to an email.
Oh, yeah?
Only 7 of us got this email across America, and I'm one of the people that got it.
You and 6 strippers in Ohio.
Well, then again, Anthony also got it, and Than.
Of course.
But then there's another 4 people out there that also is privy to this email I'm about to read to you.
Okay.
Sopranos final scene theory.
Go ahead.
David Chase is brilliant. Tony was killed.
Really?
The end.
Well, you're going to have to explain a little further than that.
The end.
Little further.
Well, this email I got explaining the final scene. Tony was killed. In fact, the ending was genius if you paid attention to the show or are just a fan of well-developed, well-thought-out plots that all tie together and have the memory of a champ to remember it all.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to remember past episodes, and then you realize that David Chase is brilliant.
Well, that's easy to remember past episodes when each season was a year and a half in between.
Year and a half, 3 years.
3
years.
Between 5 and 6.
Yeah.
21
ridiculous.
months.
The ending was simple. He got killed. But let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
And this person doesn't give his name. He might be an inside source. It might even be David Chase himself giving me a little email overnight.
Was that from James G at yahoo.com?
James G.
Gandolfini.
Yeah, I know. Oh. The ending was simple. He got killed. But let me tell you why and explain in detail. There were 3 people in the room total who had a reason to kill Tony in that diner.
Oh.
The 2 black guys.
Right.
They were paid before to kill Tony, but he was only shot in the ear. This was in one of the earlier seasons.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that? Anyone?
No.
Sure. I remember that. But
do you really remember?
Yeah.
Maybe people can help us on the phone
What
lines
about the
that
guy
are
in the-
experts at The Sopranos. What?
The guy in the members-only jacket.
We're getting there. We're getting there. He was very important, too. This was in one of the earlier seasons. The black guy's trying to kill Tony, but they only shot his ear.
Were they the 2 guys?
This. Okay?
Okay.
You follow me so far?
I'm with you.
Then the camera switches back to Tony's face. Then it once again switches to his perspective, and it shows him looking at the door and looking at the people coming in. Okay? Every time the door opens, the chimes sound.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Carmela walks in, chimes. AJ walks in, chimes. This when Meadow... Oh, okay, and this is all happening when Meadow is trying to
park her car.
3
Very
minutes
exciting.
left in the episode, and she's parallel parking on.
Yeah.
And she's still trying to get into the restaurant. Okay, at this point, the camera switches back to the trucker, who goes in the bathroom.
Right.
Then it goes to a scene where Meadow finally parks and starts running into the diner, right?
Mm-hmm.
The door's about to open. Tony looks up, and no chimes. Meaning he's not looking up at someone entering the diner. No music. Everything just goes black.
I thought I heard chimes.
Yeah, me too.
I remember hearing chimes at the end when Meadow, supposedly it was Meadow that walked in.
According to the secret email, no chimes.
Maybe the guy's sound was off.
He was looking. He was looking up, and you're assuming he's looking up because Meadow is entering the diner.
chimes.
I remember the chimes, and I remember...
You don't remember chimes.
Yes,
I
do.
remember
I
chimes.
remember chimes, and I remember Salazzo sitting there and him leaning over saying, I'm going to speak Italian to Michael.
Got good Italian food here.
The dumbest question McCluskey could have asked.
McCluskey's
is there good Italian food in this place?
McCluskey's a big dope.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, here's the...
No music, everything just goes black. Hold on, Jimmy.
The going black part is actually an interesting point.
Oh.
Because someone I talked to last night said that it was actually a lot of... One thing I liked about the last scene, although I found it to be an anticlimax, was that it did show you Tony's paranoia. Like, that's probably how he lives all the time.
Sure.
Which would be interesting in a regular episode.
Now,
as the season
right, that's the explanation I heard, is that all that tension, all that paranoia, all the, oh my God, he's going to be shot. Who is that guy? What is that? Oh, that doesn't look good. That guy, blah, 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 blah. That all is Tony's vision of the world. That's his life. And it gave you insight on how he lives his life day to day, constantly under this threat, the paranoia, and all that.
However, if these guys are who this guy says they are, then that's a very interesting point, too.
Mm-hmm.
Chase could have been doing that as a goof, or he could have been doing that like there's 3 possible murder suspects in here, and then Tony just looks up, he has a weird face, and it's black. Cause that's
why would they all 3 be there? It could be a way to symbolize that Tony will never be away from his past, like his past will always be there, and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
we're not going to be able to hear the jingle.
Well, hold on. Let me finish the secret email I got overnight.
Okay.
So, no chimes, no music, everything just goes black, okay? In one of the early episodes of The Sopranos, Tony's talking with Bobby about what it must feel like to die.
Yeah.
Bobby says at the end, you probably don't hear anything, everything just goes black.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Part of that was revisited in the second to last episode during the last seconds of it when Tony's about to go to sleep and he flashes back to the memory of him and Bobby on the boat. You probably don't hear anything, everything just goes black.
Right.
So in the end, the Journey song was playing, the chimes on the door sounded, but when Meadow came in, the guy in the trucker hat came out and killed Tony. It's the reason you ain't hear or see S when he died. It was from his perspective, and everything went black. Then the credits rolled.
My only problem is where they synced up the music perfectly then. See, why was the music synced up perfectly? Stop it! You understand? Like, who dies on a music cue? Who dies on a perfect music? I would buy that more if it was in mid-lyric, like in the middle of another line.
All right, let's go to the phone.
Yeah, and you do hear the chimes. You hear the chimes.
And the guy can't come out of the bathroom and kill him because he would have been shot in the side of the head. He wouldn't have looked up.
Yeah, he wouldn't have looked
Tony
up.
Looked up straight at the door when he walked in. And
that email is crapola.
It is. If you read it backwards, you hear, Paul is dead. Paul is dead.
I am the walrus.
What happened?
Play the last 15 seconds, Hawk, and play it now.
All right.
Actually, act it out, Hawk.
Here we go. Here's Meadow going into the diner. She's running toward the diner.
Don't stop.
There's the chimes. Rip that piece of crap up. No chimes, dude. Did you notice? There was no chimes.
That's freaking art.
Yeah,
wait, it was
jerk.
It was part of the chimes, because then he got killed before the second part of the
Then
chimes.
again...
All right, let's go to the
Wait
phone.
a minute.
Meadow shot him.
Hold on, Jimmy's... Oh, I ripped up the wrong thing.
Oops.
What was that?
That was the David Chase interview.
I got that. That stunk. No, that email had more value than that stupid interview.
Oops.
Here it is, sweet. I got Chase interview.
Right.
Is there a difference in the time between the chimes? Like the chime, a half a second before it goes black. Now with the other ones, Eric, I want somebody to watch this. When like AJ and his dumb wife walk in, how long before like when he looks up the chimes do they take to get to the table? Like would the chime happen a half second later? He'd see her.
Maybe he was getting killed as she was walking through the door.
Well, of course that could have happened, but you know something? Nothing happened because it's a fake show and they didn't end it. So anything could happen. He could have stood up, had no pants on, and Carmela could have given him treats right there in the diner. That's as logical as anything else.
Let's go to Steve in Jersey. Steve, what's up?
Do you guys remember that episode where Tony got shot by a black guy? He gets shot and he killed those guys. Those guys aren't around to kill him later on.
Yeah.
So that's number 2. Blow your nose in that email.
They're dead.
Oh, man. I thought I had a great secret email.
Here's why we all want to be different. None of us want to feel like we waited that long for that. We don't want to feel ripped off. We're trying to find some type of an ending that we can go, oh, yes, it was as great as I had hoped.
We got ripped off.
How great?
It wasn't good, and he's in France where he belongs.
How great would it be? I think the repeat is on tonight, and they have an actual ending.
Alternate ending.
Brilliant. That would be brilliant. That he'd be a genius.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Brian on
Why wouldn't he do something like that? We get the whole country talking.
Or you know what? HBO blew an opportunity. They could have had like a missing scene there, and then made everyone go to HBO.com or something for the actual ending. They could have really had fun with this. Brian, what's up?
Hey, they already debunked the whole Nicky Leotardo theory too, because the local paper where the actor is from did a story on him, and they confirmed that he's never been on Sopranos before, and it was a one-time only role as a mystery man.
He's never been on.
That's the worst email you could have gotten.
That is like
Did you write that? Did you make that up?
That was from Steve at FoundryMusic.com.
It's all true. I read it. I've screened this myself.
Oh, wait.
I read till my eyebrows fell out.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, what happened? Wow.
All right, we'll talk about that. We'll get your take on the whole thing. Yeah, he's creeping everyone out. But first, John, because I went to him. And hold that thought. John, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, go ahead,
John.
Yeah, listen, that chime, that wasn't a chime at the end of the show. That was a symbol. That was a symbol from the song "Don't Stop Believing."
Ah, to confuse you a little bit. Let's hear it again.
Come on, give me that again.
John. I hope you're right. Come on, E-Rock.
All right.
Well,
we're playing it.
How about we play the actual song, and then you would hear if there's something at that point.
Let's hear it.
All right. Symbol or chime? Here we go.
Here's E-Rock. Shut up! Symbol! What the hell kind of symbol are they using in Journey? Oh. It sounded like one of those at the fair where you hit the big sledgehammer and the thing goes up and hits the bell.
It's a chime.
It's the middle of the symbol. It's the middle.
It is not,
it's you
chime
dummy.
On a door.
I'm with John.
That's in the song. Don't stop believing.
I don't want to stop believing. I believe in this theory, man.
Sean, you're an ass.
God, right on, man.
It's not a chime. It's the marbles in your head clanging around. You dumbass. Part of the song. Can't believe we entertained that call.
Hey, man, let's go to Bob in New York. Bob, what's up?
Went back and listened again.
That's right,
yeah.
Bob.
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
He's playing a joke on us. The first song is Vanilla Fudge, You Keep Me Hanging On.
Mm-hmm.
Next scene, Tony's sitting there, and they're going, you got to listen to the music. And the last song at the end, you got to believe, right? He could have did, I Did It My Way, Sinatra. He played that last song. The whole joke is on.
So he's saying in song, go screw yourselves, this is what I did.
I read a Chase interview. He's not doing that. He even said, I'm not trying to fool people. I'm not trying to do anything like that. He goes, I'm trying to entertain you. I actually believe him. I don't think he's trying to... He had an artistic vision that the most of us just found boring and awful, unfortunately. I think that was just his vision.
I still think there's more to that ending.
We wish
that will come out in the coming days.
Yeah, I wish you were right, bro. But the thing I didn't like about it, it was too suspicious. The black guys, no... They're there buying cake. The trucker, no, he's just a dumb trucker. There was, and the other guy was too suspicious looking. It's not the way it works. They wouldn't have done that. They would have walked up and just popped him real quick. They wouldn't wait for his whole family to be there.
How about this? All those people, were suspicious, but Tony realized, nah, they're just what you just said. But then there's somebody else that we don't even see that kills him.
Well, how about he's killed on his way to Schenectady? I mean, it could have been anything then.
Yeah.
How about he had some pie and he was allergic to it? Or he choked on an onion ring.
No.
Everyone's saying it's a symbol, not a chime. Eric on Long Island. I guess all the Journey fans are checking in now.
Yeah.
Yes, Eric.
Well, I'm not necessarily a Journey fan, but that's definitely the bell of a symbol.
No, it's not.
It is not, you dunce.
Yes, it is.
It is not. Play the song. You won't hear it.
Yeah, go find Don't Stop Believing and find
Let's go to Steve Perry on a car phone. Steve.
Why is... What?
Huh?
Who the... What? Why are we... What?
What do you got now?
I don't know.
A secret text?
That's some footage of Opie and Anthony.
What is that about?
What did we do?
You know what I love, by the way?
What?
I see people.
See people.
I see people, and because... I guess we could say this much. The news is showing footage of us from, I think, 1987.
Yeah.
You riding on a razor scooter?
Yeah, and then people will look up to me and go, wow, are you sick? Are you tired? I'm like, no, you ass. You're looking at footage from, like, 8 years ago.
8 years ago? That's great. What happened?
What happened? You all right? You feeling okay?
Your goatee's kind of going gray overnight. Yeah, isn't it? Overnight, 8 years, you dummy. Yeah, I just chopped my ponytail off.
Let's go to Tyler. Tyler.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I think that there's a chime earlier in the show when AJ comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's actual that's a symbol in a stupid song.
You mean why don't we hear one of the earlier chimes and see if it's that?
Yeah, E-Rock.
E-Rock. We can match it up.
Oh, let's go with this theory. Eddie in the Bronx. Eddie.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey.
Okay, let me ask you guys something. Did anybody ever realize that in the show, Tony had two different shirts on?
When? In the diner, restaurant?
I'll tell you. When I looked in the newspaper, right, they showed him with a short-sleeve shirt on, right?
Yeah.
But it's weird. In the show, he had on like a gray and black shirt while he was playing with the jukebox.
Wait, he has two different shirts on in the diner?
I don't know if David Chase used bits and pieces or what have you, but I realized that, what was he thinking when he had two different shirts on? I'm telling you. You may have to see it again, but I know he had a gray and black shirt on.
He has two shirts on, different shirts on in the diner?
That's right. He had, when in the newspaper, it shows him with like a short sleeve shirt, a little colorful shirt. But I remember that when he was playing with the music, he had, a gray and black shirt on.
All right, hold on a second. Here's what we have to do.
See, this would be huge news.
Oh, my goodness. It would break the whole thing wide open.
I was looking, I realized Mary Magdalene was really Jesus' wife.
Yes.
I've heard that. Eric has them matched up. Eric has the chime.
All right, let's hear the Journey song with the symbol. Oh, okay.
Producer Eric.
All right, I guess it's your show. Sure.
Yeah, it's the Eric and Eric and Nagel show.
Why not?
Directed by E-Rock.
What do I know at this point?
Yeah.
All right. That's a cowbell.
That was.
I'm going with a cowbell.
You heard the door open and hit the ding. It's so ridiculous.
You got the actual song. All right, let's go. Oh!
Hold on. Here it comes. It's in there, but it's not the part of the song.
It's a ride symbol.
It's
David Chase is brilliant. There's no chime. It's in the song. I'm completely convinced.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's lined up with the symbol in the song.
Why
but
would
it's
they do
definitely
that?
A chime.
Why would they line it up?
Go to the part where either
there's no reason for him to line
Carmella
it up.
or AJ comes in, and let me hear what that bell sounds like.
They just raised that in the mix a little bit to make sure you're understanding what's going on here.
They went back and found the masters of that Journey session.
Right.
Absolutely.
And they remixed it on classic albums and gave it to David
That's
Chase.
right. Of course.
Okay.
Eric, I can't see
E-Rock is under some severe pressure. There is no music with Carmella. I don't care. I want to hear what the chime sounds like. Jesus.
Oh, he's not going to be able to figure this out.
Let's see. That's it. It's the same goddamn chime.
Yeah.
Listen when Carmella walks in.
But
no,
we
it's
played
right
just
when she
the
comes in the door.
There's a symbol or something.
Listen. Here she comes in the door. And that's before the song started. They don't go ding, down. This song doesn't start with a chime. That's the same goddamn bell.
If David Chase is listening, and I know he is, I apologize for all the things I said yesterday and how hacky you were.
No, you don't.
And all that. I think you're brilliant. He obviously found a chime or a symbol that sounds very similar to the one in the song to really trick us and throw us off.
To really throw us off.
When you listen to Helter Skelter, do you think the Beatles are talking to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Someone's actually saying you can see the killer reflected in Tony's eyes.
All right.
E-Rock, that frame.
Yes.
Wait.
Enhance.
Wait, where's that?
Enhance.
Wait.
I saw it on Pal Talk discussion.
Oh.
What
do they know?
That was Red Rum's camera, and that wasn't that wasn't a sideway mouth.
That wasn't.
All right, we got more theories. People are going nuts. I saw 2 different shirts, too. We're into the 2 different shirt theory.
No, he's got a short sleeve. I just saw it. He's wearing one shirt.
Huh?
Now, go ahead. Let it play, E-Rock. He's wearing one shirt. It's a short sleeve shirt. Where's the long sleeve come in?
All right, well, we're going to have to wait 4 minutes.
Just
fast forward. Let's go.
Fast forward, Eric, before I bite
one shirt. It's
the same shirt.
One shirt. Oh, we could keep going.
Nobody would make that consistency error in post.
One shirt. Same shirt. Now it's short shirt. Now it's short sleeve. I see it.
Why does she park for an hour?
You don't see it.
Yeah.
He's wearing the same goddamn shirt.
Short sleeve.
It's a nice shirt.
Yep, short sleeve.
That's a Van Heusen, I think.
Short sleeve.
The whole thing was just about him being with his family at the end and still being paranoid.
You little slave.
Yep, that's what I think.
Short sleeve. See? Long
That's
sleeve.
how it is.
Back to short sleeve. I see it.
Don't stop, ding.
I have to see it.
Enough. I'm done with it. I'm so done with it. I understand what happened.
Yeah,
that's it.
There's no chime, though. That was in the song.
No, it wasn't. It's the exact same chime. It's the exact same chime as when Carmella walked in.
We so proved.
That's what we proved. Get us a forensic sound guy that can.
Here we go. Denise in Jersey. Denise.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, the 3 Boy Scouts in the diner that are sitting there are the 3 Boy Scouts that were in the train shop when Bobby got shot.
All right, I'm going with a ghost theory. I just came up with a ghost theory. The diner's heaven. It's filled with dead people from past episodes. The 2 black guys.
Why would they be in heaven?
Or hell. Wherever.
Yeah,
wherever the hell you go.
service in heaven.
Yeah.
My onion rings are so fattening. God wouldn't allow that.
I'm going with he was dead the entire series.
Oh,
like Tony's sitting there, but he's not there.
Well, the whole family would have to be dead.
No, the rest of the family's having a little dinner, maybe thinking about Tony, and Tony's there, but he's not there.
Where's the Boy Scouts?
They were in the booth.
They're in the booth with the guy.
Yeah, in the corner, right?
I don't know. I read that too, but I'm not willing to believe it unless I see it.
And what about him checking out the song "Who Will You Run To"? Who will you run to?
Iraq. Go to the Bobby Bacala getting shot footage that was probably on YouTube.
All right.
Search that and see if the Boy Scouts are in there.
Yeah, and also, where's the Boy Scouts from the one we were just watching?
Why do people think Anthony's totally right? Christine.
Because people love me.
He's Italian.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm Italian.
I love that shirt. Is that a Van Heusen?
They despise me. They love Anthony.
That's Jim's parents always get him a Van Heusen.
Christine, go ahead.
Christine?
From Gertz.
Oh.
Hi, Christine.
Hi. I love you guys. Anthony, you are so right. My husband's in a Journey tribute band for the past 1,000,000 years. I think he's even played with your brother.
Oh, of course he has.
And I've heard that song, I don't want to say how many times. That chime is not in that part of the song. It is totally the doorbell.
Oh, my God. You're crazy. You're crazy. We just played the actual Journey song. There is something in that part of the song.
But it's not the chime.
It's a ride symbol.
No.
But it's
chime doesn't come in at that time, and it's not even exactly.
We played the actual Journey song, not the we played the final scene, and then we took an actual CD of Journey and played that part of the song, and we heard something exactly right there.
It's not exactly like it.
It's not the chime, right?
It's not the same bell.
It's a doorbell.
Haven't you heard that song 1,000 times, Opie, that you would know that big loud bing doesn't come in there?
Okay, here's...
Why are you blowing up my spot? You're going to tell me there's no Santa Claus now, too?
I'm looking at Bobby Bacala getting shot. I want to see if there's Boy Scouts. I know there were children that were cowering when it happened.
One of the killers the one that shot Bacala?
But I don't... I'm not sure if there's Boy Scouts or something.
Yeah, this is...
that train. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, that train.
Yeah.
Oh, going around the train.
He's going to buy a little choo-choo train.
Here we go. The train scene.
And he winds up laying on the
excuse
table.
me, that's the same guy from the diner. Go backwards.
Which guy? No.
Go backwards. Now watch.
Wait, hold on.
Watch. After it goes through, these two guys walk in right about... No, you didn't go back far enough. Dane Cook shot Bacala?
I want to see the Boy Scouts if they're in there.
You'll see them hovering on the floor after he gets...
Yeah.
Wait, watch this, though.
Eric, those are not real people. Those are little mannequins.
Watch the two guys walking. The one guy looks like one of the guys that walked into the diner, right? Yeah, see?
No.
No, he's not. Keep going.
What is that?
Just keep going. Opie's trying for this conspiracy theory.
Hey, man, you gotta love conspiracy theories.
It ain't working, though. Oh, Bobby.
Why?
There he goes.
Did anyone else notice that the killer looks like Dane Cook?
He does. All right, Bobby's getting all shot. The train's going around the track. There he goes on the table. The train falls on the floor.
Back.
And where are the kids?
Back and to the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, the kids are right there.
Are they Boy Scouts?
Wait.
Kids are right there, see?
Where are they?
They're right there.
Where are the kids?
I see them.
Where are the kids?
I see him. See, right there. He's on top.
Are they Boy Scouts?
Dummies. They're just two kids.
They're two kids.
With a lucky older gentleman.
You know, you people are just rubes and stupid.
I believe.
Passing around emails from someone that has these half-assed thoughts that think that, and didn't even confirm them by actually going through the episodes and checking if they're real or not.
David Chase, I'm not going to stop believing. I believe.
Good. You believe.
Here's the chimes. The one is from the original scene. The ending scene, the final scene, whatever?
Yeah, the two chimes. It's Carmela's chime and then Meadow's chime or whatever.
All right, here's Carmela's chime.
Same chime.
So that's back to back.
Yeah, those are the two
all right,
ones.
those are the two chimes. They're the same.
I don't hear it.
Can you hear it again?
I hear it a little different. Just a little.
Let's hear. It's the same exact tone, the same chime.
No, it's a little different.
Same chime.
If you listen closely, it's a little different.
I'm going with Than's expertise because Than is a pianist and he's got a great ear for a note.
Yeah.
Than, wouldn't you say this is the exact same chime that is being rung?
Yes, and also the ride symbol thing doesn't... I mean, it is a ride symbol beforehand, but it's between beats. Like it doesn't make sense for that to be in the song at that point.
Exactly. Cool. So play it again. Listen, it's the exact same tone, the exact same note.
Well, I think at this point we're going to have to agree to disagree.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll agree to disagree. I like when a conversation reaches that point. You know, world powers should just do that. At one point, just go, we're just going to have to agree to disagree.
It is chime. You do not hear it. It is chime.
We'll agree to disagree.
Move your missiles.
Look, I don't want to be a believer, so let's just agree to disagree, all right?
All right.
Now we got...
Good, we'll take armies back now.
Now we got an 104. I don't know what the hell that means. Been in radio a long time. I've never seen an 104.
Oh.
Dude, it's a sign.
It absolutely is. Thank you, Adam. Finally someone on my side.
You know,
Don't blow up my spot. I got this special secret email last night that I felt like sharing with you guys. I didn't have to share.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You got Oliver Stone's cell phone number? You guys going to chat after the show?
Oh, so different.
Agree to disagree.
If you can't hear that, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't know what to tell you. Listen one more time. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one, much more pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's pronounced boob.
The inmate who wanted to kidnap Letterman's kid escaped?
Yeah. That's an ongoing story.
Do you know he got acquitted on the kidnapping plot, but he actually got 10 years in prison
for
overcharging David Letterman on the work he was doing at his house.
They probably knew he was guilty.
That sounds
Sounds
like they found a loophole.
It was a little loophole there. Talk about some, obviously the guy's a sicko. Put him in prison for however long they want to. I don't care.
If that was actual law, half of Bayshore would be in jail for a very long time.
Yeah. Every construction worker on Long Island is going to prison for 10 years for overcharging.
Hey, we got to take a break. The answer is in the song. Pamela from New Hampshire. We're going to talk to you next.
It's in the music, man.
It absolutely is.
No, it's not.
And we blew him off yesterday. We got to talk to him today. Dennis Hoff from the Bunny Ranch there in Nevada. We're doing something special for the fathers there, Adam.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going to get a father a date.
A date?
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll talk about that next. It's Opie and Anthony. Sorry about that. Still getting used to the new sweepers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Locally, it sounds like, all right, punch music. No? Might be me. I got to pay closer attention. It's Opie and Anthony. Adam Ferrara in studio. Hey, a lot of people are coming up with the two different shirt thing.
Yeah. Yep.
And this is very interesting. Unfortunately, it's the New York Post. I don't know.
Oh, my God. We're still on this?
Really fast. Front page of the New York Post. Look at that. Sopranos fans out for blood. Everyone really pissed off at the ending of The Sopranos, right? Look at the shirt Tony's wearing, and that's the shot from the diner, okay?
Yeah, that is a different shirt.
Probably a read-through.
Huh?
Probably a photo from a read-through.
Exactly.
I know, but they said they filmed a bunch of different endings. Maybe
that's true, too.
And then you go to page 6, and there's Tony in the diner shot, and Carmela has the exact same shirt on. He has a different shirt on.
Maybe he spilt some...
Maybe he was having a little bit of rest in peace.
Maybe he had some... I
hand to God, I didn't mean no...
He got a little manigot on it. It's a manigot.
Whatever it means, it is there. There are two different shirts in the paper today for the same
scene. It was
scene.
probably a shot from a read-through.
Probably a read-through or something like that, or he was having his shirt, maybe he spilled something, or he was having it pressed.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell me there's no Easter Bunny, Jimmy?
There is an Easter Bunny. Why would I lie? He hops around in April. And there's also a Sandman who sprinkles sand into my eyes.
David Chase told us, don't stop believing, and I want to keep believing, so stop.
All right.
I believe he's an anticlimactic ass. And I'll continue to believe that. He's an artsy-fartsy dullard who should have just said no to HBO.
One more before we move on to Dennis Hoff, who's on the line. Mark in Jersey. Mark, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Maybe he was just dead ever since he got shot with Junior.
There you go.
This was all a dream.
So he...
Well, if he was dead, how would he dream?
That's what I'm going with now. Mm-hmm. That's my new one. I like that one even better than the chime theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been dead.
I thought the Uncle Junior stuff was great. That was a really good scene.
Junior.
Him and Junior, with no
teeth.
I got
that tear in his eye, too. That's what messed me up. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Mark. Let's go to Pamela in New Hampshire. Pamela?
They're not going to kill their cash cow. And there's a line in the song that says the movie goes on and on and on. They're going to make a freaking movie, and they're going to realize?
Say that not. So Journey wrote the song knowing that the Sopranos were going to use it 25 years later.
Ha ha! Hey, Steve Perry's been in on it since the beginning.
Yep.
Even though he doesn't sing for Journey anymore.
Used it.
No, miss.
I like it.
People want to believe.
It's a good theory, though.
He didn't think it through. He just wanted to show you. All right, you talk. Why would I chime in? Go ahead right away. I apologize.
Don't say chime.
Go ahead, miss. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk. Go ahead. You go. It's all about you. Go.
Don't stop believing, because he doesn't want you to stop believing in Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, that was worth interrupting me for. I appreciate it. Anything else you want to chime in with while I sit here?
No, but seriously, my cousin is a boom operator on the set.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me exactly what Chase was thinking.
What was he thinking?
Really?
Yeah, the boom operator gets all the information.
Yeah, that's it.
The boom operator is the guy that also.
We'll let her talk.
The boom operator is the guy that also goes out and gets the sandwiches.
You guys need to open your minds. She might be giving us everything right now, but you don't want to acknowledge it because it's coming from a boom guy
and a broad.
Kind of like when you see a crazy homeless guy in the street and he says he's Jesus Christ. He just might be.
Go ahead, miss.
But we're not paying attention to him because he's homeless.
Miss, what did the boom guy say?
Yeah.
That was in
Let's
Chase's
go.
Head?
First of all, there were no alternate endings taped. What happened was that they were taping the same scene on a particular day, and Tony did have on another shirt, and somebody's already gotten flack for that because the person who was going through in the editing room was supposed to notice that and didn't.
Because Frank Vincent, who's an actor on the program, actually said there were alternate endings done, and he was filming different.
Yeah,
ones.
but that's just Frank Vincent.
It's not it's a boom guy. Okay, then what did the boom guy say?
You see Meadow, he's building up the suspense with Meadow trying to park her car. The guy goes in the back room, and when the door opens, Tony looks up and...
And? Oh, no. Oh, she got us really
That's
good.
a great gag.
But everybody knows she's lying.
That's a good gag.
Here's how I know.
And then she hung up.
Now, first of all, she's
and
a Boston liar.
We sat there quiet, waiting for
Because we really thought she might have some inside scoop from the boom guy.
I felt exactly like I was watching the show again. I was sitting there and going, and... Wait, what? And what?
And then what?
Did Opie hang up on it? What happened?
Oh, no. She's a liar. Here's why.
Okay.
Because she's saying things like, yeah, the guy in the editing got crap. Really? Did the boom guy help edit? And what editor? These shirts are not close. The one Gandolfini has on in the paper is like a blue one with like sails on it. It's like something a retarded kid wears to camp, and then the one on the show is black. It's completely
This is real
different.
mafioso.
Yeah, and by the way, there's an entire wardrobe department that will never let that happen.
And
Jimmy, you spoil everything that is fun. Why don't you just tell me that it's gay if you use hand lotion? Why don't you just tell me that, too?
It's not. It's only if you use saliva, and it's not yours. And it belongs to a friend named Pete.
Can we move on?
Yes,
we have
please.
All right, we got
filthy
Dennis
man to get to.
I'm tired of it already.
Let's say hi to Dennis Hoff.
Too funny.
What's up,
Too
Dennis?
Funny. You missed the whole thing. The daughter ran in there to tell him that she was going to the bunny ranch and that she's going to get broke in by me and Ron Jeremy.
We have a date to raffle off.
Yes, we are actually going to send a lucky gentleman out on a date with a lovely lady from the Bunny Ranch. Very excited. We have a leader so far in this contest.
Maybe Bear could call in, and then Dennis could maybe tell him what he could expect at the Bunny Ranch if he wins the Father's Day thing.
Yeah, this guy named what the hell's his name?
Bear.
Yes, Bear.
Now, is this going to be a father and son team?
Possibly.
Well, that's also
Bear
a
doesn't
possibility.
I don't think Bear has a son.
No.
He has a lot of daughters.
No, he's got
I think, if daughters should call in and tell their stories, maybe even mothers, go call in and say they cheated on their kid's father or something.
Yeah.
They try to make it up to them.
It's hard to get the daughters involved. This guy's wife is actually okay with it because they haven't had sex in 12 years. And we had them both on the phone, and she knows where he's going for his date if he wins, and she's okay with it, which was bizarre, but they have 4 girls.
But she's a real, she just won't, there's no sexuality left in this woman whatsoever. She gives this guy no type of womanly companionship. It's just awful. And for this guy to be with a beautiful woman, to be able to hang out with her and have a lovely evening with her will be fantastic.
Oh, that's great. Well, you know what I'm doing is today I'm sending Brooke Taylor and Bunny Love, who are on my new series that airs this Saturday night. They're heading to New York to help you with this.
Oh, I thought you said Buddy Love. I thought maybe the Nutty Professor guy was going to sing witchcraft.
Make me an Alaskan polar bear heater.
I didn't know he fell on such tough times. Buddy Love.
Buddy Love.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the girls are coming into town, and but I'd like to get the daughters to call in, the sons, and who's deserving? I mean, what a better gift
for Father's Day.
Ranch for
Father's perfect Day. Father's Day gift.
And you're rolling out the red carpet, as they say, huh?
Is it that time of month for the? A royalty. Okay, now I get it.
The lady he has his date with.
Hey,
I got a question for Dennis Hoff, because we were reading what you're giving away, which is amazing.
Yes,
it's VIP treatment for 2 days at the Bunny Ranch, and I'm thinking after an hour or two, what is there to do at the Bunny Ranch?
Nap and recoup.
You know, the downtime, so to speak. Is there like a foosball machine or something?
Foosball?
Is there like one of those hockey machines and a little bar set up? Like, what else can you do there?
Well, there's other bunnies. And, you know, it's like a guy can barely hang around his wife for more than an hour, but if another new wife comes in, guess what? He's excited.
Yeah.
See? So he can go, out on a couple of dates.
Oh, absolutely. We want him to have a good time. We want him to owe you guys for the rest of their life.
Yep.
Well, you guys have a full-service bar and stuff there, right?
Yeah, 24 hours a day. That's the beauty of Nevada. I mean, you can 24 hours a day. It's liquor, gaming, and having a good time with the girls. Isn't Nevada a wonderful place? I love it. They put it right next to Utah just to irritate them.
All right, hold on. You couldn't have two completely different states next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say hi to Johnny in Brooklyn. Johnny, you're on with Dennis Hoff from the Bunny Ranch out there in Nevada.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right,
get it, Jenny.
I'm ready to come down to the ranch.
Are you still married?
Yes, I am.
Are you a father?
Yes, I am.
How old's your kid?
5 and 7.
5 and 7, and still
young.
married. And why do you deserve to get a date at the Bunny Ranch for Father's Day?
All righty. I'll start with mother of my kids having me locked up for Christmas, saying that I sexually assaulted her when it was consensual. It's just the fact that she's cheating on me. She wants me out of the picture.
Oh, wait, your wife said you sexually assaulted her?
Yes.
On Christmas?
On Christmas.
Actually, you're making a good case for us to send you to a ranch with a lot of women.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I'm on charges of assaulting
my wife.
On a
holiday.
Yeah, where's the wife? We need to talk to her.
Yeah. This is a big misunderstanding, possibly.
I thought that was always a tough one, a tough sell, saying that you were sexually assaulted if you're the wife.
Well, apparently it happens all the time.
Wait, all right, you're not telling us the whole story.
Yeah,
you got locked up for this. So
you got locked up for domestic.
So the cops came over, and there was something that made them believe that maybe they should look into this a little further.
Well, it's just, just as you know, it's always the woman has always got the benefit of the doubt. So
if the woman says that you did it, you usually end up going.
But what did she say that made the cops arrest you?
Evidence, though.
Yeah, there's something more to this. You're not telling us.
That's why the case went away, because basically there was no proof, so it was dismissed and sealed as of last month. But then, because there was no evidence that, it was consensual. She didn't even go to the hospital because she knew it was. It was a lie.
So she gets you locked up on Christmas Day. When do you get out?
Get out the next day.
Next day.
The next day, so...
You're still living in the house with her?
No, I'm living with my mom now, because I try to go back, after I find out about her being with another man. So I try to make a deal with her so she can get out of the house, and try to keep at least that.
And she's not going to get remarried because she's probably collecting money from you.
Sounds a little volatile, this guy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He doesn't say. We want a whole fun situation going on.
Yeah, not allegedly assaulted her.
Assault and jail.
Yeah, the thing is that's the killer. She's taking even my kids away from me. She's having this guy even drop off my kids nowadays. You know what I mean? And
yeah, she does owe him, though. She does owe him. She should be the one calling and begging for this trip to make things right with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen. She had him arrested on Christmas.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Johnny. I don't think you really fit the criteria here.
Wow.
You're going to have to go out and get your own.
What?
Yeah, let's find...
Well, where you stand with chimes, Johnny?
What?
Enough about the chimes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that guy doesn't seem like the right guy that's in there.
No.
So, Dennis,
Not fun.
What could the father expect when they go to the bunny ranch?
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to fly him out here, of course, and we're going to pay for it, and then I'm going to have 2 or 3 hot bunnies waiting for him at the airport in little short shorts and little halter tops with a big sign that says Opie and Anthony on it, and we're going to put him in the limo, and they're going to drink champagne in the limo, this lucky father with the bunnies, and this is his day to live like a rock star. He's going to see how the guys really live that party hard, the billionaires and the rock stars and the rappers and all that. So then he gets to the ranch, and we're going to put him in a VIP suite. We've got this special suite there that we set aside for certain people and big shots, and then he gets to hang around there with the girls and eat
big shots.
Whatever
Clean
they're
the
doing.
ceiling.
We go out to dinner, we go to clubs, eat, drink, and he's going to have the time of his life, and the bunnies are just going to spoil the hell out of him.
He's going to be treated right.
Wow, this guy's not going to want to leave.
He's never going to want to leave. He's never going to want to leave. And then we're going to have him call into the show and tell Norton what a good time he's having.
All right, we got Bear on the line. Bear, you're talking to Dennis Hoff. He owns the Bunny Ranch. Dennis, this guy's the front runner for the date.
Hi, Bear.
Bear. Oh, my God.
Hey there, Bear.
Hey, Bear.
See, he's so backed up, it's in his ears. Having a little trouble.
Hello. Hey,
Oh.
Bear?
Hello, Mr. Huff.
All right, he's gone. Whatever.
Where's Bear?
We're going to take more stories tomorrow, by the way, Dennis. We got some good ones so far, and I think we're going to get the potential guys in on Friday, and then we're going to have the girls talk to them, and then we'll get a winner.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we haven't.
You want the girls on Thursday? They're in town waiting for you. They're going to be partying at the Waldorf, being crazy, waiting for your call.
All right, good,
Nice.
man. So we'll have them in either Thursday or Friday, and we're going to determine a winner. Bear is the front runner right now, but you never know. We've had a couple of really good stories, so now he's the front runner.
Some real pathetic, sad sacks.
Hey, could the girls do something a little special for Pat from Winaki on Friday?
Oh, I think we could have some fun.
Another sad sap that needs a little help.
Poor Pat.
They're going to have a good time there. Believe me, these girls. Norton, you know Brooke and Bunny. You think these guys are going to have a good time?
Yeah, they're troopers, man. They're the same girls that hung out with Big A, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got to personally apologize to Dennis. One of his girls did something for us on our show with Big A, and she ran out of the studio crying and ended up puking in the bathroom. We had no idea that was going to happen. We had no idea.
Oh, that was awful.
So we're hoping that it would go a little differently with Pat from Minaki.
Yeah.
The girls yesterday said, that guy's not going to be there, is he?
These girls have seen everything. And, of course, leave it to us in our show to get one of the girls to run out crying.
And throw up.
And it was nothing as gross as people are thinking. It wasn't like she had anything on her, spilled on her. It was just say it was something that she did that bothered her olfactory senses.
Oh, yes.
It was a smell.
Yeah, it was a smell that she couldn't relinquish from her hand.
And there may have been a black substance.
Oh,
that
God.
had nothing to do with whatever. Just think black substance and don't think to think of the fifth possible thing. I guess it could have been.
Now, Pat from Monaki's a little different.
Yeah, we want to take care of Pat. Maybe Pat could call the show right now. Bear, real fast because we got to let Dennis Hoff go.
We got a break coming.
Bear,
how you guys doing? How are you, Dennis?
Hello, Bear. Tell me your story quickly.
Tell you, I have 4 daughters. I have twins that are 12, 15, and 17. 4 girls. I'm with my wife almost 18 years. The last time me and my wife have fooled around was when I conceived the twins.
Why?
Okay, I work 2 jobs. I break my butt. All my friends tell me, leave. You should get out of this and that. But I'm the type, I don't want to leave my kids. I don't want to be a weekend father, you know what I mean?
Take them with you.
What's that? I wish I could.
Take them with you. Leave this chick in the dust.
I would love to, but they talk. She's out of her mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Bear, you're getting a little nervous. Is she starting to give you crap about this whole thing? Because we talked to her on the phone, and she said that you're more than welcome to go to the Bunny Ranch, and she would invite you back in the house after it's done.
Yeah, she really doesn't care. You know what? And in a way, it hurts. But you know what? You know,
I want one that cares.
Oh, you'll forget about
the. He's gonna be sitting there crying when.
Yeah. You'll forget about that pain.
We got to.
Hey, Bear, write this down. NEXT. Get rid of this broad.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, listen, Dennis.
We got to go because we're very late for a break.
All right, guys,
actually,
it's always fun.
Dennis, we'll talk to you
Thanks,
during
Dennis.
the week, and we'll see the girls either Thursday or Friday.
And Dennis? What's the big plug? The Cat House on
Cat House, Saturday night, HBO. It's our last show of the season, and like I said, you're going to see the soprano daughter at the Bunny Ranch. She's going to be turning parties.
Nice. All right.
Good talking to you, man.
Bye-bye.
Bear, we'll be in touch. There goes Bear. There goes Dennis Hoff. And,
All right.
What better gift to give a guy? There's nothing better than that.
And a beautiful lady to spend some time with.
We're going to dedicate a big chunk of our show tomorrow getting more stories from the dads.
Yep.
And the sons and the daughters they could call about their dad and why they deserve a trip to the Bunny Ranch for Father's Day.
The poor messes.
To have a, quote, date.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Adam Ferrara next about Rescue Me Season 4.
Great.
Starts up tomorrow.
Yep.
And also this bad voiceover audition. This is really good.
Oh, good.
Let's try to squeeze this in as
Let's
well.
get to that.
It's Opie and Anthony. Adam Ferrara in studio. Let's not forget Rescue Me starts tomorrow night on FX.
Night, yes.
Yeah. I like my pal Adam plays, what do you play? Like a chief?
Chief Needles, yeah.
Chief Needles. And they gray your hair up.
Yeah.
Because you're too fresh-faced. You're too baby-faced.
They need me to gray. I look like Keith Olbermann.
They gray you up a little bit. Yeah. But, you know, I was watching. I'm like, wow, he's good. Finally, like a role. Cause that's a good role for you.
Thank you.
Because it's not like the typical, like, Italian guy they give you.
Nah.
Usually.
I just walk in and yell at people. I'm channeling my father.
Yeah, exactly. You have a good model, good base to work off of.
Yeah,
I like that. I like seeing my pal on TV. It's funny.
And he's going to be all over season 4.
Yeah,
they're filming all sorts of scenes.
Yeah, it's great. The fire stuff is really cool. It's a lot of fun this season. So,
do you get to go in those fires?
Yeah. Well, I'm the chief. Like I kind of stand outside and point. You know, like a
White
Jewish
shirt?
guy ordering people around the house. Get the Italians to fix that. Over there. Pick that up.
Do you have a white shirt?
I have a white shirt. Yeah.
You're the white shirt guy. Yeah. You know the weirdest thing about having so many of my pals pop up on television, you know, you turn on Comedy Central and HBO, there are a bunch of comedians on there and Adam and stuff. When you're fooling around, you ever fooling around in bed with your chick and you're doing things and then all of a sudden, like, one of your pals pop up on TV?
He goes, hi, pal.
And you're just looking, going, oh, and you got to change the channel. You got to ruin the moment because...
You want to know what's worse? It's because every time I'm fooling around, you pop up on TV, you're in trouble. So now
that's true.
I'm concerned.
He's got to bail out.
Stop and call and text you.
Yeah, well, now I got to call and bail me out or something.
Yeah, we wreck sex for all our friends and family.
Awful.
At least it's all funny and stuff when you pop on.
Just one time I want to be on TV where the person seeing me on TV doesn't go, what do they do now?
Yeah. It's just something
what do they do this time?
It's always that, too. It's like if the volume's down and we're on the screen, you know it's not good.
It's news footage. You're on a Razor scooter. It's 8 years ago.
I actually want to be able to smile on TV just once.
Yeah.
Just once.
And not make it look sarcastic or bad. Just like be able to smile because we're happy with something we just did.
It's never a thank God for these two pieces.
Yeah, that kind of does suck.
It does suck. By the way, Christine from Massapequa, Opie, your secret email, and she puts that in parentheses. I was reading that same secret email at 9 p.m. last night as a MySpace bulletin.
Wow, it got out quick.
What can I tell you?
I thought there were only 8 people that got that.
Can I tell you one time the greatest thing that's happened to me, like for being on TV? I did an episode of Ed.
Yeah.
And they were replaying it, and I was on a date in a pizza parlor. And we look up, and I'm on television. So she looked up, and so it was our first time really hanging out.
That's cool.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, that was me, Toots. Easy, Toots, easy. It worked out wonderfully.
You ran one of me as a pedophile. That didn't go out too well.
Yeah, I remember that. What was that?
Law and Order.
Law and Order. There's my pal Adam laying in a hospital bed, playing a pedophile, and singing the creepiest little song.
What was your song again?
It's like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or something like that.
And he's like tearing up, twinkle, twinkle. And I'm looking at the TV going, I'm never calling him again.
Did you sing it?
He is a creep.
What? Yeah, I had to sing it.
Could you sing it?
No.
Could you?
Just one line?
No.
Where'd you get the inspiration?
Not with that smile on your face, Jimmy.
I'll lisp and cry.
Where'd you get the inspiration for that role?
Jim Norton.
No, believe me,
I played the Yellow Discipline CD and just channeled him.
That didn't come out of nowhere. That was like a weird memory he had that had some, it had some type of someone who was like an uncle, but in parentheses that means close family friend, and he could slightly smell alcohol coming from one side.
And razor stubble burn on his cheek.
And a lot of...
It was horse feeling, and I thought I smelled cough medicine.
Playing a pedophile.
Yeah. You pop up in some weird ones.
Weird stuff.
Have you ever seen with a kid, or was it implied pedophile?
No, it was implied pedophile.
Okay. Yeah.
You still doing the stand-up there, Adam?
Yep. I'm going to be at the Pachanga Casino.
Pachanga?
Pachanga.
Where's that?
In Temecula, California, right by San Diego.
Those are the worst words I've ever heard. Yeah. Pachanga and Temecula. How you're working there?
How the hell are we supposed to
there.
find this joint?
You know, it's on the West Coast.
All right, well, I think there's too many casinos that they're starting to call them Pachanga.
Yeah. They're making up Indian words.
They're running out of Indian words.
The Tomahawk Casino.
Yeah.
I'll be at Teepee's, Ohio.
Adam's a good comic, man. He's a very light guy on stage. Really bugs me. The crowd loves him.
Yeah.
He's boisterous.
They do. Oh, and the girls. It's so... Ugh. Where the hell were we? Governors, out in Levittown. And we're hanging out. I go to see my pal Adam. And he just kills, of course. And then there's the bar outside of the main showroom. So... I walk out, I sit at the bar, grab a beer, Adam gets done, he comes out, and it's like that old Bugs Bunny cartoon where the chicken comes and he's the Frank Sinatra chicken, and all the other little chickens swoon over him. Oh, they all come walking up to Adam, and they're just like fawning over him. Ugh. And I get some fat guy in a whack bag T-shirt. Hey, you're Anthony. Yes. I am.
Yeah, okay. Foghorn Leghorn. He comes in, Mr. Opie and Anthony went, how are you, James?
Yeah, sure. Oh, they love Adam.
They sure do. Why don't we end the show with a fun story?
Yeah, what is this?
What do you got?
Well, no, we're going to save the audition tape. We
Oh.
That could go. We could go.
I know. I heard a piece of it, and
that was creepy.
We're running out of time, and
not even a taste.
If we save it for tomorrow, we could do this.
All right.
All right.
He's
some
awful.
kid's audition tape that Sam brought to the table, or somebody did. Actually, a listener, I believe, sent it in.
The first 10 seconds I heard made goosebumps stand up. I was like so embarrassed for him.
Yeah, we're organized
horrid.
now. If you got something for the show on our website, there's like a link there where you can send stuff in. And this guy took advantage of that, and thank you for that, because he gave us radio gold for tomorrow.
Yes, it's a website called DoWhatWe'reTooLazyToDo.com.
See, I told you. We got radio execs in big offices now. See, I told you.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. They don't
They're
show
not
prep.
joking about this.
We're paying for garbage.
Let's go to country.
This is no.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Sorry.
This is no fictional comic book hero seen in handcuffs getting booked at the Melbourne Police Department. Instead, it's Dr. Raymond Adamsick, dressed up as Captain America.
His name is Dr. Raymond Adamsick.
Adamsick. Oh,
he's a doctor.
Sorry to hear that, pal.
He's a doctor.
Doctor.
Yes, it'd be kind of like if he was imagine if he was an OBGYN and his name was Dr. Smelly.
Yeah, I didn't. It's Dr. Stinky.
Dr. Dumpster.
All right. Jesus.
Instead, it's Dr. Raymond Adamsick, dressed up as Captain America. He was arrested Saturday night at the On Tap Cafe and Lounge. Now he's being accused of grabbing a female patron's privates and verbally abusing her while he was out partying.
It was just a group of doctors that were traveling throughout the city, going from bar to bar.
While the Marvel character is often seen as a symbol of American spirit, the female patron's boyfriend saw something very different. According to police, he defended his girlfriend's honor and fought the alleged villain.
The
alleged villain? What is she trying to make of this piece?
I don't know. A guy in a Captain America outfit grabbed this girl's privates and then verbally abused her. It's like, how angry are you?
Yeah, that is angry.
Do one or the other. Don't combine them. That's just ugly.
I'm here to protect America, you.
Yeah.
What do you say? Like, and how good a grip do you have where you can verbally abuse her while still grabbing?
Captain America. It's got a hell of a
and
grip.
The boyfriend defended. The boyfriend was dressed as Red Skull.
And he had to pull the Captain America's arm off. He's like, hey, cut that out.
Hey. I'll use my Captain America grab. Your is no match for my grab.
Though when it came time to identify the attacker in a lineup, police had their hands full.
Batman.
Unfortunately, because there was a costume party going on inside the bar, there were several men dressed as Captain America.
Police say the victim was able to positively ID Dr. Adamsick
by smelling his hand.
No, they didn't actually. She didn't recognize it. They made a bunch of guys in Captain America outfits sit there with their hands down, and whichever one the cat ran up to. See, steal Adam's joke, make it gross.
Was able to positively ID Dr. Adamsick, then he was hauled off to booking. But the story doesn't end there. According to authorities, Captain America had something to hide.
While in the restroom, he attempted to flush a bag of marijuana as well as a joint down the toilet.
Police say they were able to recover the joint from the toilet, but the bag got flushed. Now the doctor faces a long list of charges, and those include battery and drug charges.
The funny thing is, like, how do they not be able to identify him? Well, there's 5 guys in a Captain America outfit. Only one has a bloody lip and black eye. What did the boyfriend do? Swat his shoulder with a purse? How do you have no visible marks on him? Captain America, charged with crotch grabbing and being a silly goose. How do you not love that guy?
He's great.
All right, we got to get out of here. Another Rock Screen Tuesday in the book.
Superhero can you be? You can't flush dope down a toilet.
Yeah.
What kind of powers does he have?
What kind of flush do you do where the bag goes and the joint pops back up?
Yeah, he must have been pissed when that thing came up. It's like, oh, damn, I almost had it.
Gives a new meaning to stinkweed.
Oh, it's in the toilet.
All right, Adam, what do we got? We got Rescue Me tomorrow night on FX. Very cool. Very psyched that you're part of the 4th season in a big way. Yeah, and then you got that weird gig at some strange place that we can't pronounce.
That's all right. No one out there's hearing it anyway.
Oh, yeah, it don't matter. Save your voice. All right, Adam, thank you so much.
Good to see you guys.
Don't be a stranger, huh?
No, I'll be back.
Yeah. Adam comes over for my poker games.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Give you my money.
Donate money. I don't win either.
You win.
It's Dan or Danny.
Or Brother Joe.
Yeah. All right, pal.
Hey, don't forget to get your tickets for Jones Beach. 4 days out. Yes. We're very excited. 8, 9, 20 comedians. I don't know. Virus Tour, one word on MySpace for all the info.
And, by the way, Red Rum had a great idea. Something to do with a shower on stage.
Yes.
Very good, Red Rum. We're going to investigate that thoroughly.
Let's look into that.
And for anyone that's still listening, we'll give away a pair of tickets to the virus thing
right now
at Jones Beach this Saturday. Yes, at Jones Beach, 877-212-5762. You get a pair of tickets to the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus Comedy Show at Jones Beach this Saturday. Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. That's how we end today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.